Keep an eye on this thing too. Let me do that. Shabbat Shalom, Gabriel, Israel. Praise the mighty Yah. Yeah, praise Yahweh forever. Absolutely, bro. Yes, sir. Shabbat Shalom, Mario Jefferson. Praise the mighty Yah, bro. Yes, sir.
the deception, but to keep believing. Hold your faith, stay strong, yeah, the time is coming. You can hide, but you will get hit while you're running. Let me tell you something, satisfaction can never happen. If you don't keep God's laws, discover gladness. It gets tragic, ridiculed as a youngster. Tears praying on my knees to the wrong one. In the desert is a man searching for some food. Probably lied to us when they said the sky's blue. Malicious with the deeds, I know it's fear that they feeling. Slavery background that we was tilling. Can you feel me? In the state losing my sanity. Love feeling pleasure, hate feeling agony. If you look into the skies, you can see the stars. Blowing through the wind, blowing, you can make it fall. You can find your if you put all love, your trust in God. Moving home over the season. You put all love, your trust in God. You'll find your way home. You'll find your way. Tell me what's the reason for revolution? G's looting furniture and TVs on land distribution. No shooting for the millet, the barley, and the bushels of grain. But all is nothing if we don't call his name. Trusting in him is the only way to win. Turning from my sin, spirits humbling, seeking God's face to heal our land and destroy this place. Babel, she check, become defect with two ball and niche. Check, flex, but bless LO. It's like yo will be cool and mellow. Sun shining yellow, moon glowing white. Yellow team in the street, elders laughing through the night. Glory ascended from the terrible plight. Only if we living in God's sight. Loving my brother and moving from the strife. Trusting in Yah, never leaning on man's life. That's why you can find your way on me if you put all love. Your trust in Yah, moving home over the season. You put all love. Your trust in God, you'll find your way home. You'll find your way. A long time ago, Moses warned me. If you do wrong, I did wrong. That's why he sold me. To my enemies, I keep my head above the water. Easily influenced, never met my father. My block is full of murderers and murderers. Jails packed with blacks, the whole world and heard of us. Obliterated my heritage, can you find it? My generation long gone, we be rolling blinded. Like bats flying, I got love for all my true soldiers. Praise Yahweh Elohim, I'm sitting on his shoulders. Saved, trying to find a place where I can escape the reality of pain standing in my face. Show me grace, been a long time coming, man. I'm hunting, man, kill off all my foes, I'm gunning, man. If you look into the skies, you can see the stars. Blowing through the wind, blowing, you can make it fall. You can find your way on me if you put all love. Your trust in Yah, moving home over the season. You put all love, your trust in Yah. You'll find, praise Yah. You'll find your way. Praise Yah. Praise Yah. You'll find your way. You can find your way on me if you put all love. Your trust in Yah, moving home over the season. You put all love. Your trust in Yah. You'll find. Rise on the land. Fret not thyself. Follow all Yah's commands. All Yah's commands.
Shalom, 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 brothers and sisters all over the world. I'm YAHWEH, being Israel. I'm a Hebrew servant of the Most High Yah. And I want to give all honor, glory, praise, the works of Yahweh by saying, hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Praise the mighty Yah. And Shabbat Shalom, Jewel gladly. Shabbat Shalom, Yah, son. Praise the mighty Yah, brothers and sisters. Now I got a question to ask. Do y'all know anybody that can protect you better than Yahweh? If you know a person that can protect you, or a thing or anything that can protect you better than Yahweh, let me know right quick before I get started. The question is, do you know anybody or anything or whatever that can protect you better than Yahweh? That's the question. Because if you do know some anybody or whatever, then let me know before I get started. Yes or no? It's a yes or no question. Okay, look up the word protect. So,
Protect, to guard or defend against harm or danger, shield.
so do you know anybody? Do y'all know anybody that can protect you better than Yahweh? It's just a yes or no question. Okay, I'm gonna go and get started. Let nobody comment on that. So, okay, all right. Because most people think they got bulletproof vests, guns. Teach, and I'm glad you bringing this one cause out why people really need to know. Oh yeah, yes, ma'am. Yeah, because people trust in man, they trust in guns, they trust in knives, they trust in everything but Yahweh. We're gonna find out today that Yahweh is our greatest protection. Can't nobody protect you better than Yahweh. So let me go. Y'all turn to Genesis chapter 12. Start off in Genesis chapter 12, verse 1. Genesis chapter 12, verse 1.
Genesis chapter 12, verse 1. Now Yahweh has said to Abram, get thee out of thy country
Leave your country.
and from thy kindred
Get away from all your kinfolks.
and from thy father's house unto a land that I will show thee.
Now Yahweh told Abram to get away from all your relatives, your family, and everybody.
And I will make of thee a great nation, and I will bless thee and make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing. And I will bless them that bless thee, and curse him that curseth thee.
So anybody that bless Abram gonna be blessed, and everybody that curse him gonna be cursed. So you better be trying to bless Abraham than to curse him, because you're gonna get your head knocked off if you play a game with Abram. Read.
And these shall all families of the earth be blessed.
All the families through Abraham gonna be blessed, not through JC, not through Muhammad, not through nobody else. This the only man in the world on the planet that ever lived that the Most High said all the families of the earth gonna be blessed in Abram. Not nobody in the New Testament, Quran, or no other book. Now read that one more time, because I want them to pay attention to this.
And I will bless them that bless thee.
Anybody that blessed Abram gonna be blessed.
And curse him that curseth thee.
And I'm gonna knock everybody's head off to play a game with Abram.
And in these shall all families of the earth be blessed.
All the families of the earth. Everybody got to go through Abraham. Everybody got to go through Abraham, not nobody else. Read.
So Abram departed as Yahweh had spoken unto him, and Lot went with him. And Abram was 75 years old when he departed out of Haran.
Now, Abram was 75 years old when the Most High told him, come on, let's go.
And Abram took Sarai his wife, and Lot his brother's son, and all their substance that they had gathered, and the souls that they had gotten in Haran, and they went forth to go into the land of Canaan, and into the land of Canaan they came. And Abram passed through the land unto the place of Shechem, unto the plain of Moreh, and the Canaanite was then in the land.
And Yahweh appeared unto Abram and said, Unto thy seed will I give this land. And there builded he an altar unto Yahweh, who appeared unto him. And he removed from thence unto a mountain on the east of Bethel, and pitched his tent, having Bethel on the west, and Hai on the east. And there he built an altar unto Yahweh, and called upon the name of Yahweh.
Called upon the name of Yahweh, never called upon another God.
And Abram journeyed, going on still toward the south. And there was a famine in the land. And Abram went down into Egypt to sojourn there, for the famine was grievous in the land. And it came to pass, when he was come near to enter into Egypt, that he said unto Sarai's wife, Behold, now I know that thou art a fair woman to look upon.
I know you're a beautiful woman. You look fine, Sarah.
Therefore it shall come to pass, when the Egyptians shall see thee, that they shall say, This is his wife. And they will kill me, but they will save thee alive.
And when he get to Egypt, they're going to say, Boy, this is a beautiful woman. We got to kill Abram and take his wife. Now read that again. Pay attention.
Therefore it shall come to pass, when the Egyptians shall see thee, that they shall say, This is his wife. And they will kill me, but they will save thee alive.
But they want her.
Say, I pray thee, thou art my sister, that it may be well with me for thy sake, and my soul shall live because of thee. And it came to pass that when Abram was come into Egypt, the Egyptians beheld the woman that she was very fair.
The same thing he thought. That's what happened.
The princes also of Pharaoh saw her and commended her before Pharaoh. And the woman was taken into Pharaoh's house.
See, they took Abram's wife from him. Now watch this.
And he entreated Abram well for her sake. And he had sheep and oxen and he asses and men servants and maid servants and she asses and camels. And Yahweh plagued Pharaoh and his house with great plagues because of Sarai, Abram's wife.
Now, when he took Sarah, Abraham's wife, the Almighty plague. What is a plague? See,
Plague, a deadly disease that spreads rapidly from person to person, especially the bubonic plague. Anything that causes suffering or trouble to trouble or make suffer.
Right. So the Almighty, he didn't plague the United States plenty of time with AIDS. This what's this one disease you just had? The COVID and all that. See, all that came from Yahweh. This thing, all that came from Yahweh. Now, come on, read that 17 again.
And Yahweh plagued Pharaoh and his house with great plagues because of Sarai, Abram's wife.
Now, that's the reason why Yahweh plagued Pharaoh's house, because he took Abram's wife from him. The Almighty gonna knock your head off when you play a game. That's when I say he's the best protector in the world, because can't nobody do it like Yahweh. I don't care what your name is or who you is. You can't do it like Yahweh. Read.
And Pharaoh called Abram and said, What is this that thou hast done unto me?
I ain't did nothing to you. Don't get scared now. Don't back down now. Don't get scared now. Now you getting scared.
Why didst thou not tell me that she was thy wife?
Now you already knew it was his wife. Now you pretending like you didn't know, because the Almighty knocked your head off with that plague.
Why sayest thou, She is my sister? So I might have taken her to me to wife. Now therefore, behold thy wife, take her and go thy way. And Pharaoh commanded his men concerning him.
Now why did he let her go? Because the Almighty plagued Pharaoh's house. That's why he let her go.
And they sent him away and his wife and all that he had.
Okay, that's all of it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to 13 and 1.
Genesis chapter 13, verse 1. And Abram went up out of Egypt, he and his wife, and all that he had, and Lot with him, into the south. And Abram was very rich in cattle, in silver, and in gold.
Now Abram was very rich.
And he went on his journeys from the south even to Bethel, unto the place where his tent had been at the beginning, between Bethel and Hai. unto the place of the altar which he had made there at the first. And there Abram called on the name of Yahweh.
He called on the name of Yahweh. He didn't call upon nobody else.
And Lot also, which went with Abram, had flocks and herds and tents. And the land was not able to bear them that they might dwell together. For their substance was for their substance was great, so that they could not dwell together.
So they had to split up. One had to go to one side, and one had to go to the other side.
And there was a strife between the herdmen of Abram's cattle and the herdmen of Lot's cattle. And the Canaanite and the Perizzite dwelled then in the land. And Abram said unto Lot, let there be no strife, I pray thee, between me and thee, and between my herdmen and thy herdmen, for we be brethren. Is not the whole land before thee? Separate thyself, I pray thee, from me. If thou wilt take the left hand, then I will go to the right, or if thou depart to the right hand, then I will go to the left.
Now he getting them an offer. Which whatever land you want to take is okay with me. Abraham saying, read.
And Lot lifted up his eyes and beheld all the plain of Jordan, that it was well watered everywhere before Yahweh destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, even as the garden of Yahweh, like the land of Egypt, as thou comest unto Zoar. Then Lot chose him all the plain of Jordan, and Lot journeyed east, and they separated themselves the one from the other. Abram dwelled in the land of Canaan, and Lot dwelled in the cities of the plain, and pitched his tent toward Sodom. But the men of Sodom were wicked and sinners before Yahweh exceedingly. And Yahweh said unto Abram, after that Lot was separated from him, lift up now thy eyes, and look from the place where thou art northward, and southward, and eastward, and westward. For all the land which thou seest, to thee will I give it, and to thy seed forever. And I will make thy seed as the dust of the earth, so that if a man can number the dust of the earth, then shall thy seed also be numbered. Arise, walk through the land in the length of it and in the breadth of it, for I will give it unto thee. Then Abram removed his tent and came and dwelt in the plain of Mamre, which is in Hebron, and built there an altar unto Yahweh.
14 and 1.
Genesis chapter 14, verse 1. And it came to pass in the days of Amraphel, king of Shinar, Ariah, king of El-Azar, Chedorlaomer, king of Elam, and Tidal, king of nations, that these made war with Barak, king of Sodom, and with Bershah, king of Gomorrah, Shinab, king of Admah, and Shimmerber, king of Zeboim, and the king of Bala, which is Zoar. All these were joined together in the vale of Siddim, which is the salt sea. 12 years they served Chedorlaomer, and in the 13th year they rebelled. And in the 14th year came Chedorlaomer and the kings that were with him, and smote the Rephaims in Ezroth Karnaim, and the Zams in Ham, and the Emims in Shavah Kurathim, and the Horites in their Mount Seir unto El Paran, which is by the wilderness. And they returned and came to En Mizpah, which is Kadesh, and smote all the country of the Amalekites, and also the Amorites that dwelt in Hazan Tamar. And there went out the king of Sodom, and the king of Gomorrah, and the king of Admah, and the king of Zeboim, and the king of Bela, the same as Zoar. And they joined battle with them in the vale of Siddim, with Chedorlaomer, the king of Elam, and with Tidal, king of nations, and Amraphel, king of Shinar, and Ariah, king of Elasar, 4 kings with 5. And the vale of Siddim was full of slime pits, and the kings of Sodom and Gomorrah fled and fell there, and they that remained fled to the mountain. And they took all the goods of Sodom and Gomorrah and all their victuals, and went their way. And they took Lot, Abram's brother's son,
Now watch this. That when they took Lot, Abraham's son,
with who dwelt in Sodom,
right?
and his goods, and departed.
See, they took him too.
And there came one that had escaped and told Abram the Hebrew,
Abraham the Hebrew,
for he dwelt in the plain of Mamre the Amorite, brother of Eshcol and brother of Aner, and these were confederate with Abram. And when Abram heard that his brother was taken captive, he armed his trained servants, born in his own house, 318, and pursued them unto Dan.
there was 318 men that was killers and fighters.
And he divided himself against them, he and his servants, by night, and smote them, and pursued them unto Hobah, which is on the left hand of Damascus. And he brought back all the goods, and also brought again his brother Lot and his goods, and the women also, and the people.
And Abraham was a killer too, because as he had to kill all the people to get his nephew back Lot. So he went to war, and the Most High was with him. Read.
And the king of Sodom went out to meet him after his return from the slaughter of Chedorlaomer and of the kings that were with him at the valley of Shavah, which is the king's dale.
Abram killed all them. Read.
And Melchizedek, king of Salem, brought forth bread and wine, and he was the priest of the Most High Elohim. And he blessed him and said, Blessed be Abram of the Most High Elohim, possessor of heaven and earth. And blessed be the Most High Elohim, which hath delivered thy enemies into thy hand.
Which have delivered my enemies into your hand. Yahweh would deliver your enemies into your hand, just like he did for Abraham. Read.
And he gave him tithes of all. And the king of Sodom said unto Abram, Give me the persons and take the goods to thyself. And Abram said to the king of Sodom, I have lifted up my hand unto Yahweh, the Most High Elohim, the possessor of heaven and earth.
That's who I trust in. Trust in Yahweh. I lift up my hand to Yahweh.
That I will not take from a thread even to a shoelace, and that I will not take anything that is thine.
I don't want nothing out of Sodom and Gomorrah. I don't want nothing from you. That was Abraham telling the king of Sodom. I don't want nothing from you.
Lest thou shouldest say, I have made Abram rich.
I'm the one made him rich.
Save only that which the young men have eaten, and the portion of the men which went with me, Aner, Eshcol, and Mamre, let them take their portion.
Okay, 15 and 1.
Genesis chapter 15, verse 1. After these things, the word of Yahweh came unto Abram in a vision, saying, Fear not, Abram, I am thy shield and thy exceeding great reward.
I'm your shield. I'm your protector. That's right. He didn't need no gun, no Uzi, no bulletproof vest, no million men around him to keep him from protect him. That's right. Read it again. Yahweh popping it.
After these things, the word of Yahweh came unto Abram in a vision, saying, Fear not,
Don't be scared of nobody.
Abram, I am thy shield.
I'm your shield. I'm your protector. In other words, I'm your shield. I'm your protector. You don't need nothing else.
And thy exceeding great reward. And Abram said, Yahweh Elohim, what wilt thou give me, seeing I go childless, and the steward of my house is this Eleazar of Damascus? And Abram said, Behold, to me thou hast given no seed, and lo, one born in my house is my heir. And behold, the word of Yahweh came unto him, saying, This shall not be thine heir, but he that shall come forth out of thy own bowels shall be thine heir.
Your own children. You're going to have your own. You ain't going to have nobody else's.
And he brought him forth abroad and said, Look now toward heaven and tell the stars, if thou be able to number them. And he said unto him, So shall thy seed be.
Guess how many people going to be on earth through Abraham? He's the father of the Israelites, and he's the father of the Arabs.
And he believed in Yahweh, and he counted it to him for righteousness. And he said unto him, I am Yahweh that brought thee out of Ur of the Chaldees to give thee this land to inherit it. And he said, Yahweh Elohim, whereby shall I know that I shall inherit it? And he said unto him, take me a heifer of 3 years old, and a she goat of 3 years old, and a ram of 3 years old, and a turtle dove, and a young pigeon. And he took unto him all
Now
these,
this is a sacrifice for Yahweh. Abraham doing a sacrifice. Read.
and divided them in the midst, and laid each piece one against another. But the birds divided he not. And when the fowls came down upon the carcasses, Abram drove them away. And when the sun was going down, a deep sleep fell upon Abram, and lo, a horror of great darkness fell upon him. And he said unto Abram, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs,
Talking about us right now. We're in a stranger land that's not ours. Read.
and shall serve them, and they
And we the servant. Because we serving them. They ain't serving us. We serving them.
and they shall afflict them 400
And
years.
they're going to do what they want to do to you for 400 years.
And also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge,
Yahweh said that next week, so he going to judge them.
and afterwards shall they come out with great substance.
That's right. Okay. So let's go to 20. Genesis 20. 20 and 1.
Genesis chapter 20, verse 1. And Abraham journeyed from thence toward the south country, and dwelt between Kadesh and Shur, and sojourned in Gerar. And Abraham said of Sarah his wife, she is my sister. And Abimelech king of Gerar sent and took Sarah.
Now he took her. Now Abimelech took it, just like Pharaoh took me. He took her.
But Elohim came to Abimelech in a dream by night, and said to him, behold, thou art but a dead man.
Now he told him in the dream, "You're a dead man."
For the woman which thou hast taken, for she is a man's wife.
That's right. The Almighty is the greatest protector in the world. You don't need nobody but Yah. Now read it again.
But Elohim came to Abimelech in a dream by night, and said to him,
Now he said to him in this dream,
behold, thou art but a dead
"You
man.
ain't nothing but a dead man."
For the woman which thou hast taken, for she is a man's wife.
I love Abraham. I'm gonna kill everybody that's doing anything wrong to Abraham. Keep reading.
But Abimelech had not come near her.
He didn't have sex with her.
And he said, Yahweh, wilt thou slay also a righteous nation? Said he not unto me, she is my sister? And she, even she herself, said, he is my brother. And the integrity of my heart and innocency of my hands have I done this. And Elohim said unto him in a dream, yea, I know that thou didst this in the integrity of thy heart, for I also withheld thee from sinning against me.
I'm the one that stop you from having sex with her. The Most High do all the control everything. He the one stopped it.
Therefore suffer I thee not to touch her.
I'm the one made you not to touch her. I'm the one. Yahweh, read.
Now therefore restore the man his wife,
Give Abraham back his wife,
for he is a prophet.
because Yahweh said he was a prophet. Yahweh said Abraham was a prophet. Read.
And he shall pray for thee.
And Abraham gonna pray for you, because I'm listening to Abraham when he pray. I ain't listening to nobody in no other book when they pray. When JC was in the New Testament hollering out, the Almighty ain't heard nothing he said, because he ain't studying. He said, I'm gonna read that again.
Now therefore restore the man his wife.
Give Abraham back his wife,
for he is a prophet.
because Yahweh said he was a prophet.
And he shall pray for thee.
And he can pray for you.
And thou shalt live.
And you gonna live. That's the only reason you're gonna live, because Abraham pray for you.
And if thou restore her not.
Now if you don't give Abraham back his wife,
know thou that thou shalt surely die.
You a dead man. Almighty ain't gonna play with nobody. Read.
Thou and all that are thine.
Your grandmammy, your grandpapa, your grandkids, your grandmama, and everything that you love and own, I'm gonna kill it all. That's right. That's the Almighty Yahweh for you. Boy, I want him to read it one more time, because I love this.
Now therefore restore the man's wife.
Give Abraham back his wife,
for he is a prophet.
because he is a prophet from Yah. He didn't go no college. He didn't go no school. He ain't got no masters in nothing. He's a prophet.
And he shall pray for thee.
And when my prophet pray for you, you're going to live.
And thou shalt live. And if thou restore her not,
If you don't get Abraham back his wife,
know thou that thou shalt surely die,
you gonna for sure get killed. I'm gonna kill you.
thou and all that are thine.
And I ain't gonna only kill you, I'm gonna kill everything that you love and everything that got your last name and everything that you care about. That's right, read.
Therefore Abimelech rose early in the morning and called all his servants and told all these things in their ears. And the men were sore afraid.
You better be scared because I don't need no Uzi, no gun, no hand grenade, no bulletproof vest, no 500 men around me to protect me. I need Yah. Read.
Then Abimelech called Abraham and said unto him,
He better call Abraham.
what hast thou done
I,
unto us?
I ain't did shit to you. Now you capping and making up something.
And what have I offended thee, that thou hast brought on me and my kingdom a great sin?
Now he used reverse psychology, playing dumb.
Thou hast done deeds unto me that ought not to be done.
I ain't did nothing to you. You took my wife, and that's been Almighty gonna kill you if you don't give her back to you. That's all.
And Abimelech said to Abraham, what sawest thou that thou hast done this? And Abimelech said to Abraham, what sawest thou that thou hast done this thing? And Abraham said, because I thought, surely the fear of Elohim is not in this place.
I knew the fear of Yahweh wasn't in this place.
And they will slay me for my wife's sake.
They'll kill me and keep my wife alive.
And yet indeed she is my sister.
She's still my sister.
She is the daughter of my father.
We got the same father.
But not the daughter of my mother.
And we got different mothers.
And she became my wife.
And I married her.
And it came to pass, when Elohim caused me to wander from my father's house, that I said unto her, this is thy kindness which thou shalt show unto me at every place whither we shall come. Say of me, he is my brother.
Everywhere we go, we're going to say we're brothers and sisters.
And Abimelech took sheep and oxen and men servants and women servants and gave them unto Abraham and restored him Sarah his wife.
Gave him a bonus. Gave him a bonus now. Gave him his wife and a bonus.
And Abimelech said, behold, my land is before thee. Dwell where it pleaseth thee.
You go where you want to go. You go where you want to go. No charge.
And unto Sarah he said, behold, I have given thy brother 1,000 pieces of silver.
I have 1,000 pieces of silver.
Behold, he is to thee a covering of the eyes unto all that are come with thee, and with all other. Thus she was reproved. So Abraham prayed unto Elohim, and Elohim healed Abimelech and his wife and his maidservants, and they bare children.
See, it's only certain people that can pray for people that the Most High will hear. I don't care who you is. If the Almighty ain't with you, he ain't listening to nothing you say. It takes certain people to pray for you for the Almighty to hear. This is a prime example. Read.
For Yahweh had fast closed up all the wombs of the house of Abimelech because of Sarah, Abraham's wife.
He closed up all the womb. He made sure could nobody have no sex, could nobody get on hard or none of that. The Almighty stopped all that. Okay, that was what, 20? Okay, let's go to 26. 26 and 1.
Genesis chapter 26, verse 1. And there was a famine in the land besides the first famine that was in the days of Abraham. And Isaac went unto Abimelech, king of the Philistines, unto Gerar. And Yahweh appeared unto him and said, go not down into Egypt.
Don't go to Egypt.
Dwell in the land which I shall tell thee of.
Listen to me, and I'm going to tell you where to go.
Sojourn in this land, and I will be with thee.
I'm going to be with you.
And will bless thee.
I'm going to bless you like Abraham, your father. He's going to tell Isaac this. He's going to bless Abraham like he's going to bless Isaac like he did Abraham.
For unto thee and unto thy seed I will give all these countries, and I will perform the oath which I swore unto Abraham thy father, and I will make thy seed to multiply as the stars of heaven, and will give unto thy seed all these countries, and in thy seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed.
That's right. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Read.
Because that Abraham obeyed my voice.
Because Abraham obeyed my voice, and that's what people have a problem with, obeying Yahweh's voice. They want to obey everybody but Yah. Read.
And kept my charge.
They want to keep everybody charged but Yahweh's.
My commandments.
Keep all the commandments.
My statutes.
And kept all the statutes.
And my laws.
That's right, and my laws. See, Abraham did all that. Abraham kept all the commandments, all the charge, all the statute and the law, and people have a problem with that. Most people in the world got a problem with doing like Abraham. So I want to be like Abraham, me myself. I wants to be like Abraham. Everybody told me they want to be like Michael Jordan or this person or that person. No, I want to be like Mike. I mean Abraham. Read.
And Isaac dwelt in Gerar. And the men of the place asked him of his wife, and he said, She is my sister. For he feared to say, She is my wife, lest, said he, the men of the place should kill me for Rebekah.
Now he going through the same thing that his father went through.
Because she was fair to look upon.
She was a beautiful woman.
And it came to pass, when he had been there a long time, that Abimelech, king of the Philistines, looked out at a window and saw, and behold, Isaac was sporting with Rebekah his wife. And Abimelech called Isaac and said, Behold, of a surety she is thy wife. And how sayest thou, She is my sister? And Isaac said to him, Because I said, Lest I die for her. And Abimelech said, What is this thou hast done to us? One of the people might lightly have lied with thy wife, and thou shouldst have brought guiltness upon us. And Abimelech charged all his people, saying, He that touches this man or his wife shall surely be put to death.
Now, that's what he told his people. Anybody that touches him going to die.
Then Isaac sowed in that land and received in the same year 100-fold. And Yahweh blessed him.
And Yahweh blessed him.
And the man waxed great and went forth and grew until he became very great. For he had possession of flocks and possession of herds and great store of servants. And the Philistines envied him.
They didn't like him.
For all the wells which his father's servants had digged in the days of Abraham his father, the Philistines had stopped them and filled them with earth. And Abimelech said unto Isaac, Go from us, for thou art much mightier than we. And Isaac departed thence and pitched his tent in the valley of Gerar and dwelt there. And Isaac digged again the wells of water which they had digged in the days of Abraham his father, for the Philistines had stopped them after the death of Abraham. And he called their names after the names by which his father had called them. And Isaac's servants digged in the valley and found there a well of springing water. And the herdmen of Gerar did strive with Isaac's herdmen, saying, The water is ours. And he called the name of the well Ezek, because they strove with him. And they digged another well and strove for that also. And he called the name of it Sitnah. And he removed from thence and digged another well, and for that they strove not. And he called the name of it Rehoboth. And he said, For now Yahweh hath made room for us, and we shall be fruitful in the land. And he went up from thence to Beersheba. And Yahweh appeared unto him in the same night, and said, I am the Elohim of Abraham thy father. Fear not, for I am with thee.
Don't be scared of no. Same thing he told Abraham, told Isaac. Fear not, I'm with you, read.
And will bless thee.
And I'm going to bless you, Isaac.
And multiply thy seed for my servant Abraham's sake.
I'm going to do it for Abraham's sake.
And he built an altar there, and called upon the name of Yahweh, and pitched his tent there. And there Isaac's servants digged a well. Then Abimelech went to him from Gerar, and Ahuzath, one of his friends, and Phicol, the chief captain of his army. And Isaac said unto them, Wherefore come ye to me, seeing ye hate me, and have sent me away from you?
Why you coming back to me? You hate me and send me away.
And they said, We saw certainly that Yahweh was with thee.
We saw that Yahweh was with you. Don't you know these Gentiles see the same thing? They know when Yahweh with you.
And we said, Let there be now an oath betwixt us, even betwixt us and thee, and let us make a covenant with thee, that thou wilt do us no hurt, as we have not touched thee, and as we have done unto thee nothing but good, and have sent thee away in peace. Thou art now the blessed of Yahweh.
The blessed of Yahweh.
And he made them a feast, and they did eat and drink. And they rose up betimes in the morning, and swore one to another. And Isaac sent them away, and they departed from him in peace.
In peace, right.
And it came to pass the same day that Isaac's servants came and told him concerning the well which they had digged, and said to him, We have found water. And he called it Sheba. Therefore the name of the city is Beersheba unto this day. And Esau was 40 years old when he took to wife Judith, the daughter of Berah the Hittite, and Bashmath, the daughter of Elon the Hittite, which were a grief of mine unto Isaac and to Rebekah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that was what, 20 what?
6.
Okay. 28 and 1. No, 28 and hold on. 28 and start at the 10th verse.
Genesis chapter 28, verse 10. And Jacob went out from Beersheba and went toward Haran, and he lighted upon a certain place and tarried there all night, because the sun was set. And he took of the stones of that place and put them for his pillows, and lay down in that place to sleep. And he dreamed, and behold, a ladder set up on the earth, and the top of it reached to heaven. And behold, the angels of Elohim ascending and descending on it. And behold, Yahweh stood above it and said, I am Yahweh, Elohim of Abraham thy father, and the Elohim of Isaac. The land whereon thou liest, to thee will I give it, and to thy seed, and thy seed shall be as the dust of the earth.
Now he gonna bless Jacob just like he did Abraham, Isaac. Now he gonna bless Jacob. We're dealing with Jacob now. Read.
And thou shalt spread abroad to the west, and to the east, and to the north, and to the south. And thee and thy seed shall all the families of the earth be blessed.
Now he told Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob the same thing. Read.
And behold, I am with thee.
I'm with you, just like I was with Abraham, Isaac. Now I'm with you, Jacob.
And will keep thee in all.
Read.
And will keep thee in all places where thou goest.
I'm gonna keep you in all the places I'm going. I mean, I'm gonna protect you, and ain't nobody gonna do nothing to you but get killed if they mess with you.
And will bring thee again into this land, for I will not leave thee until I have done that which I have spoken to thee of. And Jacob awaked out of his sleep, and he said, Surely Yahweh is in this place, and I knew it not.
I didn't know Yahweh was there.
And he was afraid and said, How dreadful is this place? This is none other but the house of Elohim, and this is the gate of heaven. And Jacob rose up early in the morning and took the stone that he had put for his pillows and set it up for a pillar and poured oil upon the top of it. And he called the name of that place Bethel, but the name of that city was called Luz at the first. And Jacob vowed a vow, saying, If Elohim will be with me and will keep me in this way that I go, and will give me bread and will give me bread to eat and raiment to put on, so that I come again to my father's house in peace, then shall Yahweh be my Elohim. And this stone which I have set for a pillar shall be Elohim's house. And of all that thou shalt give me, I will surely give the tenth unto thee.
That's right. Okay, let's go to 31. 31.
Genesis chapter 31, verse 1. And he heard the words of Laban's sons, saying, Jacob hath taken away all that was our father's, and of that which was our father's hath he gotten all this glory. And Jacob beheld the countenance of Laban, and behold, it was not toward him as before. And Yahweh said unto Jacob, Return unto the land of thy fathers and to thy kindred, and I will be with thee.
I'm gonna be with you.
And Jacob sent and called Rachel and Leah to the field unto his flock, and said unto them, I see your father's countenance, that it is not toward me as before, but the Elohim of my father had been with me. And ye know that with all my power I have served your father, and your father have deceived me and changed my wages 10 times, but Elohim suffered him not to hurt me.
That's right. The Almighty Yahweh suffered them not to hurt him. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, let's go to 34. 34 and 1.
Genesis chapter 34, verse 1. And Dinah, the daughter of Leah, which she bare unto Jacob, went out to see the daughters of the land. And when Shechem, the son of Hamor the Hivite, prince of the country, saw her, he took her and lay with her and defiled her. And his soul clave unto Dinah, the daughter of Jacob, and he loved the damsel and spake kindly unto the damsel. And Shechem spake unto his father Hamor, saying, Get me this damsel to wife. And Jacob heard that he had defiled Dinah his daughter. Now his sons were with his cattle in the field, and Jacob held his peace until they were come. And Hamor the father of Shechem went out unto Jacob to commune with him. And the sons of Jacob came out of the field when they heard it, and the men were grieved, and they were very wroth.
Now, her brothers were very mad at that man. What was his name? Shechem? Yeah, Shechem. Okay.
Because he had wrought folly in Israel in line with Jacob's daughter, which thing ought not to be done.
That's right. He ain't had no business touching her. And she was a virgin too.
And her, and Hamor communed with them, saying, The soul of my son Shechem longeth for your daughter. I pray you give her him to wife, and make ye marriages with us, and give your daughters unto us, and take our daughters unto you, and ye shall dwell with us. And the land shall be before you, dwell and trade ye therein, and get you possessions therein. And Shechem said unto her father and unto her brethren, Let me find grace in your eyes, and what ye shall say unto me I will give. Ask me never so much dowry and gift, and I will give according as ye shall say unto me.
In other words, whatever y'all ask for, I'm gonna give to you.
But give me the damsel to wife. And the sons of Jacob answered Shechem and Hamor his father deceitfully, and said, Because he have defiled Dinah their sister. And they said unto them, We cannot do this thing to give our sister to one that is uncircumcised, for that were a reproach unto us.
In other words, you got to get circumcised before you get them.
But in this will we consent unto you, if ye will be as we be, that every male of you be circumcised, then will we give our daughters unto you.
It's a setup, y'all.
And we will take your daughters to us, and we will dwell with you, and we will become one people.
This is a setup.
But if ye will not hearken unto us to be circumcised, then will we take our daughter, and we will be gone. And their words pleased Hamor and Shechem, Hamor's son. And the young man deferred not to do and the young man deferred not to do the thing, because he had delight in Jacob's daughter, and he was more honorable than all the house of his father. And Hamor and Shechem his son came unto the gate of their city, and communed with the men of their city.
And y'all watch the moral of the story. Watch what happened.
And Hamor and Shechem his son came unto the gate of their city and communed with the men of their city, saying, These men are peaceable with us, therefore let them dwell in the land and trade therein. For the land, behold, it is large enough for them. Let us take their daughters to us for wives, and let us give them our daughters. Only herein will the men consent unto us for to dwell with us, to be one people, if every male among us be circumcised as they are circumcised.
Mhm.
Shall not their cattle and their substance and every beast of theirs be ours? Only let us consent unto them, and they will dwell with us. And unto a more until Shechem his son hearkened all that went out of the gate of his city, and every male was circumcised, all that went out of the gate of his city.
Now all them guys had to get circumcised before they can get with the Jacob's family.
And it came to pass on the third day, when they were sore, that two of the sons of Jacob, Simeon and Levi, Dinah's brethren, took each man his sword, and came upon the city boldly, and slew all the males.
And they slew now the Dinah's brothers slew all the males of two brothers. What verse you at? Yeah.
26.
Okay.
And they slew Hamor and Shechem his son with the edge of the sword, and took Dinah out of Shechem's house, and went out. And the sons of Jacob came upon the slain, and spoiled the city, because they had defiled their sister. They took their sheep and their oxen and their asses, and that which was in the city, and that which was in the field, and all their wealth, and all their little ones, and their wives took they captive, and spoiled even all that was in the house.
It took everything. That's them two brothers.
And Jacob said to Simeon and Levi, Ye have troubled me to make me to stink among the inhabitants of the land,
Cause when everybody hear about this, they ain't gonna like it. They gonna be mad at me.
among the Canaanites and the Perizzites. And I, being few in number, they shall gather themselves together against me and slay me, and I shall be destroyed, I and my house. And they said, Should he deal with our sister as with an harlot?
That's right. You ain't got no better doing that like a harlot. Okay, 35 and 1.
Genesis chapter 35, verse 1. And Elohim said unto Jacob, Arise, go up to Bethel, and dwell there, and make there an altar unto Elohim that appeared unto thee when thou fleddest from the face of Esau thy brother. Then Jacob said unto his household and to all that were with him, Put away the strange deities that are among you,
Put away these strange gods among you.
and be clean, and change your garments. And let us arise and go up to Bethel, and I will make there an altar unto Elohim, who answered me in the day of my distress, and was with me in the way which I went. And they gave unto Jacob all the strange deities which were in their hand, and all of their earrings which were in their ears, and Jacob hid them under the oak which was by Shechem.
Mm-hmm.
And they journeyed, and the terror of Elohim was upon the cities that were round about them.
Now, why was the terror? See, the terror of Yahweh was upon the cities, making sure they don't do nothing to Jacob. That's what I'm talking about. Read that again.
And they journeyed, and the terror of Elohim was upon the cities that were round about them, and they did not pursue after the sons of Jacob.
And they did not mess with the sons of Jacob, because Yahweh was going to knock their head off. Well, it was knocking their head off. Read.
So Jacob came to Luz, which is in the land of Canaan, that is Bethel, he and all the people that were with him. And he built there an altar and called the place El Bethel, because there Elohim appeared unto him when he fled from the face of his brother. But Deborah, Rebekah's nurse, died, and she was buried beneath Bethel under an oak. And the name of it was called Alon Bakuth. And Elohim appeared unto Jacob again when he came out of Padanaram, and blessed him.
And bless Jacob.
And Elohim said unto him, Thy name is Jacob. Thy name shall not be called any more Jacob, but Israel shall be thy name.
Yahweh changed Jacob's name to Israel. Yahweh did this.
And he called his name Israel. And he And Elohim said unto him, I am Elohim Almighty.
I'm the Almighty.
Be fruitful and multiply. A nation and a company of nations shall be of thee, and kings shall come out of thy loins. And the land which I gave Abraham and Isaac, to thee I will give it, and to thy seed after thee will I give the land. And Elohim went up from him in the place where he talked with him. And Jacob set up a pillar in the place where he talked with him, even a pillar of stone.
Okay, that's all I needed with that. Yeah, that was 30 what? 35. Okay. Let's go to 39 and 1. Now I just showed you how he protected Abraham, how he protected Isaac, and how he protected Jacob. Now let's see what he's gonna do for Joseph. Read 39 and 1.
Genesis chapter 39, verse 1. And Joseph was brought down to Egypt, and Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh, captain of the guard, an Egyptian, bought him of the hands of the Ishmaelites, which had brought him down thither. And Yahweh was with Joseph.
Yahweh was with Joseph. He wasn't with nobody else in the New Testament or Quran. He was with Joseph though.
And he was a prosperous man.
And a prosperous man.
And he was in the house of his master, the Egyptian. And his master saw that Yahweh was with him.
And these people saw that Yahweh was with Joseph.
And that Yahweh made all that he did to prosper in his hand.
And that's why everything that he did, Yahweh made it prosper.
And Joseph found grace in his sight, and he served him. And he made him an overseer over his house, and all that he had he put into his hand. And it came to pass from the time that he had made him overseer in his house and over all that he had, that Yahweh blessed the Egyptian's house for Joseph's sake.
Yahweh blessed the Egyptian house because of Joseph, not nobody else. Read that again.
And it came to pass from the time that he had made him overseer in his house and over all that he had, that Yahweh blessed the Egyptian's house for Joseph's sake. And the blessing of Yahweh was upon all that he had in the house and in the field. And he left all that he had in Joseph's hand, and he knew not aught he had, save the bread which he did eat. And Joseph was a goodly person and well favored.
Okay, that's all I need. 39, let me see. Go to 45. It's 45. Let's see, 45 and first verse.
Genesis chapter 45, verse 1. Then Joseph could not refrain himself before all of them that stood by him, and he cried, cause every man to go out from me. And there stood no man with him, while Joseph made himself known unto his brethren. And he wept aloud. And the Egyptians in the house of Pharaoh heard. And Joseph said unto his brethren, I am Joseph, doth my father yet live? And his brethren could not answer him, for they were troubled at his presence. And Joseph said unto his brethren, Come near to me, I pray you. And they came near. And he said, I am Joseph your brother.
I'm Joseph your brother.
Whom he sold into Egypt.
Whom y'all sold into Egypt. His brother sold him to the Egyptians. Read.
Now therefore be not grieved.
Don't be angry and upset.
Nor angry with yourselves that ye sold me hither.
Don't be mad because I sold you, because y'all sold me.
For Elohim did send me before you to preserve life.
That was Yahweh sending me before you preserve life. Y'all thought it was wrong, but it was right. Read.
For these 2 years hath the famine been in the land, and yet there are 5 years in the which there shall neither be earing nor harvest. And Elohim sent me before you to preserve you a posterity in the earth.
Yahweh the one sent me before you, see? Read.
And to save your lives by great deliverance.
And that's what he did. That's the reason why Joseph went to Egypt and they did what he did, because Yahweh had a plan.
So now it was not you that sent me hither.
It wasn't you that did it,
but Elohim.
but Yahweh do it. See, a lot of things you think is something that happened for no reason. No, Yahweh is in control all the time. He makes it happen. If something bad or evil, good happened to you, Yahweh made it happen. Read.
And he hath made me a father to Pharaoh, and master of all his house, and a ruler throughout all the land of Egypt. Haste ye, and go up to my father, and say unto him, Thus saith thy son Joseph, Elohim hath made me master of all Egypt. Come down unto me, tarry not.
Okay, that's all I need. Yeah. Made him master. That was 45. Okay, yes. Let's go to Exodus. He was with Joseph. And let's go to Exodus chapter 4, I think. Let's see. Yeah. Exodus, let me see. Yeah, Exodus chapter 4, verse 10.
Exodus chapter 4, verse 10. And Moses said unto Yahweh, O my Yahweh, I am not eloquent, neither heretofore, nor since thou hast spoken unto thy servant, but I am slow of speech and of a slow tongue.
So Yahweh, my tongue is slip. I stutter when I talk.
And Yahweh said unto him, Who hath made man's mouth?
Yahweh said, I made everybody's mouth.
Or who maketh the dumb?
Yahweh said, I'm the one make the dumb,
Or deaf?
or the deaf.
Or the seeing? Or the blind? Have not I Yahweh?
Yahweh said, I did it all.
Now therefore go, and I will be with thy mouth.
When you go, Moses, I'm going to be with your mouth.
And teach thee what thou shalt say.
And whatever I tell you to say, you say it.
And he said, O my Yahweh, send, I pray thee, by the hand of whom thou wilt send. And the anger of Yahweh was kindled against Moses, and he said, Is not Aaron the Levite thy brother? I know that he can speak well.
I know he can pop corn.
And also, behold, he cometh forth to meet thee, and when he seeth thee, he will be glad in his heart. And thou shalt speak unto him, and put words in his mouth, and I will be with thy mouth,
Yahweh said, I'm going to be with your mouth.
and with his mouth,
And he's going to be with his mouth too.
and will teach you what ye shall do.
And I'm going to teach you what to do.
And he shall be thy spokesman unto the people, and he shall be, even he shall be to thee instead of a mouth, and thou shalt be to him instead of Elohim.
That's the reason why we're supposed to be listening to what Moses said. Because Moses got his directive from Yahweh, straight from Yah. That's right. That's when we're supposed to listen to what Moses. They got Moses getting order from Yah. Right.
And thou shalt take this rod in thy hand, wherewith thou shalt do signs. And Moses went and returned to Jethro his father-in-law, and said unto him, Let me go, I pray thee, and return unto my brethren which are in Egypt, and see whether they be yet alive. And Jethro said to Moses, Go in peace. And Yahweh said unto Moses in Midian, Go, return unto Egypt, for all the men are dead which sought thy life.
Everybody that was looking for you, Moses, I done killed them. That's how the Almighty get out. Yahweh is a killer, and he told Moses, Go to Egypt, because I done killed everybody that was looking for you to do something to you. Read.
And Moses took his wife and his sons, and set them upon an ass, and returned to the land of Egypt. And Moses took the rod of Elohim in his hand. And Yahweh said unto Moses, When thou goest to return into Egypt, see that thou do all those wonders before Pharaoh, which I have put in thy hand. But I will harden his heart, that he shall not let the people go. And thou shalt say unto Pharaoh, Thus saith Yahweh, Israel is my son.
Okay, that's all I need. I ain't need that. Let's go to 9. Exodus 9. Yeah, Exodus 9. Start at the 13th verse.
Exodus chapter 9, verse 13. And Yahweh said unto Moses, Rise up early in the morning and stand before Pharaoh, and say unto him, Thus saith Yahweh Elohim of the Hebrews, Let my people go.
I'm the God of the Hebrews. I'm not the God of the Christians or the world or the nation. I'm the God of the Hebrews.
That they may serve me. For I will at this time send all my plagues upon thy heart, and upon thy servants, and upon thy people, that thou mayest know that there is none like me in all the earth.
So when it's a plague somewhere, Yahweh did it. Yahweh letting you know, I'm going to send all my plague. He sent, what was the plague? The COVID-19. That was Yahweh plague that they named it. Read.
For now I will stretch out my hand,
Yahweh, so I'm going to stretch out my hand.
that I may smite thee and thy people with pestilence, and thou shalt be cut off from the earth. And very deed for this cause have I raised thee up.
He told Moses, this is the reason why I raised you up, you for this purpose. That's what Yahweh telling Moses.
For to show in thee my power.
I'm going to show in Moses my power. I didn't use nobody else. I'm showing in Moses my power.
And that my name may be declared throughout all the earth.
That's right. That my name might be. See, that's the reason why Moses was born, for this purpose. Almighty just told Moses, this is your purpose. You was born to do this. You ain't here by mistake or anything else. You was born to do this. Okay, let's go to Joshua. Joshua 1:1.
Joshua chapter 1, verse 1. Now after the death of Moses, the servant of Yahweh, it came to pass that Yahweh spake unto Joshua the son of Nun, Moses' minister, saying, Moses my servant is dead. Now therefore arise, go over this Jordan, thou and all this people, unto the land which I do give to them, even to the children of Israel. Every place that the sole of your foot shall tread upon, that have I given unto you, as I said unto Moses.
I give it to you just like I gave it to Moses.
From the wilderness and this Lebanon, even unto the great river, the river Euphrates, all the land of the Hittites, and unto the great sea toward the going down of the sun, shall be your coast. There shall not any man be able to stand before thee all the days of thy life.
Yahweh told Joshua, ain't nobody going to be able to fight you or do nothing to you all the days of your life. That means I'm your protector. He letting Joshua know I'm his protector. Read it again.
There shall not any man be able to stand before thee all the days of thy life.
I'm going to be a protector.
As I was with Moses.
Just like I was with Moses.
So I will be with thee.
I'm going to be with you, Joshua. So that's the only protection you need is Yahweh. Read.
I will not fail thee, nor forsake thee.
I ain't going to forget about you, and I ain't finna let nothing happen to you. That's what Yahweh popping.
Be strong and of a good courage.
Be strong enough for good courage.
For unto this people shalt thou divide for an inheritance the land which I swore unto their fathers to give them. Only be thou strong and very courageous, that thou mayest observe to do according to all the law.
Long as you keep my law, I'm going to be with you. Long as you keep my law, I got you.
Which Moses my servant commanded thee.
Like Moses did.
Turn not from it to the right hand or to the left.
Don't go to the New Testament or the Quran.
That thou mayest prosper whithersoever thou goest. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth.
This book, talking about the Old Testament, ain't talking about the New Testament. This book.
But thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein.
In this book. Not no other book, only this book.
For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success.
You're going to be prosperous and have good success when you read this book. Do what this book say.
Have not I commanded thee? Be strong and of a good courage. Be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed. For Yahweh thy Elohim is with thee whithersoever thou goest.
I'm with Joshua wherever he go. Whatever Joshua do, that's what it is. He ain't finna let nobody bip or bop at a barbershop. He ain't gonna let nobody put their hands on him or nothing, because Yahweh is his protection. That's right. Read it again.
Have not I commanded thee? Be strong of a good courage, be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed. For Yahweh thy Elohim is with thee,
When you,
whithersoever thou goest.
when you get to Chicago, when you get to New York, when you get to St. Louis, when you get to Compton, California, you get to all them bad places, I'm with you. I ain't finna let nobody do nothing to you, because you my right hand man. Read.
Then Joshua commanded also the people, saying, Pass through the host, and command the people, saying, Prepare you victuals, for within 3 days ye shall pass over this Jordan to go in to possess the land which Yahweh your Elohim give you to possess it. And the Reubenites and the Gadites and the half tribe and to have the tribe of Manasseh spake Joshua, saying, Remember the word which Moses the servant of Yahweh commanded you,
Remember, don't forget.
saying, Yahweh your Elohim have given you rest and have given you this land.
Okay, that's all I needed. Okay, let's go to Joshua 10. Joshua 10. Let's see. Start the first verse.
Joshua chapter 10, verse 1. Now it came to pass when Adonizek, king of Jerusalem, had heard how Joshua had taken Ai and had utterly destroyed it, as he had done to Jericho and her king, so he had done to Ai and her king, and how the inhabitants of Gideon had made peace with Israel and were among them, that they feared greatly, because Gideon was a great city, as one of the royal cities, and because it was greater than Ai, and all the men thereof were mighty. Wherefore, O Zedek, king of Jerusalem, sent unto Hoham, king of Hebron, and unto Piram, king of Jarmuth, and unto Japhiah, king of Lachish, and unto Deber, king of Eglon, saying, Come up unto me, and help me, and that we may smite Gideon. For it had made peace with Joshua and with the children of Israel. Therefore the 5 kings of the Amorites, the king of Jerusalem, the king of Hebron, the king of Jarmuth, the king of Lachish, the king of Eglon, gathered themselves together and went up, they and all their hosts, and encamped before Gibeon, and made war against it. And the men of Gibeon sent to Joshua to the camp to Gilgal, saying, Slack not thy hand from thy servants, come up to us quickly, and save us, and help us. For all the kings of the Amorites that dwell in the mountains are gathered together against us. So Joshua ascended from Gilgal, he and all the people of war with him, and all the mighty men of valor. And Yahweh said unto Joshua, Fear them not,
Don't be scared of them, because there's a million of them. No matter.
for I have delivered them into thy hand.
You already won the war before the fight started. You already won.
There shall not a man of them stand before thee.
Ain't nobody gonna be able to do nothing to Joshua.
Joshua therefore came unto them suddenly, and went up from Gilgal all night. And Yahweh discomfited them before Israel, and slew them with a great slaughter at Gideon, and chased them along the way that goeth up to Beth Horon, and smote them to Ascaf and to Makkadah.
That's when I keep saying you don't need nobody but Yahweh for your protection. When you got Yahweh, you got everything.
And it came to pass, as they fled from before Israel, and were in the going down to Beth Horon, that Yahweh cast down great stones from heaven upon them unto Ascaf.
See how Yahweh fight for you? He cast down stones from heaven to knock their head off. He got 1,000,001 ways to kill you.
And they died. They were more which died with hailstones than they whom the children of Israel slew with the sword.
It's more died from hailstorm, the hail to fall out the sky. It's more people died from the hail than from the sword. Read that again. That's right. That's the Almighty for you.
And it came to pass, as they fled from before Israel, and were in the going down to Beth Horon, that Yahweh cast down great stones from heaven upon them unto Ascaf.
That's that hail to come out the sky. That hail. He cast down hail to kill the people.
And they died. They were more which died with hailstones than they whom the children of Israel slew with the sword. Then spake Joshua to the Yahweh in the day when Yahweh delivered up the Amorites before the children of Israel, and he said in the sight of Israel, Son, stand thou still upon Gibeon,
The sun stand still. Watch the sun and the moon gonna stand together.
and thou, moon, in the valley of Ajalon. And the sun stood still, and the moon stayed, until the people had avenged themselves upon their enemies.
The moon and the sun stayed right there together. Didn't go down.
Is not this written in the book of Jasher? So the sun stood still in the midst of heaven, and hasted not to go down about a whole day.
Stayed up a whole day.
And there was no day like that before it or after it, that Yahweh hearkened unto the voice of a man. For Yahweh fought for Israel.
That's right. Yahweh fought for Israel. He ain't fought for nobody else. Cause he ain't studying. Okay, let's go to Judges. Okay, Judges 13 and Judges 13 and 24.
Judges chapter 13, verse 24. And the woman bare a son and called his name Samson.
Named Samson.
And the child grew, and Yahweh blessed him.
And Yahweh blessed Samson.
And the spirit of Yahweh began to move him at times in the camp of Dan between Zorah and Eshtaol.
Okay, let's go to 15 and 1. Judges 15 and 1.
Judges chapter 15, verse 1. But it came to pass within a while after, in the time of wheat harvest, that Samson visited his wife. That's it. That Samson visited his wife with a kid, and he said, I will go into my wife into the chamber. But her father would not suffer him to go in. And her father said, I verily thought that thou hast utterly hated her, therefore I gave her to thy companion. Is not her younger sister fairer than she? Take her, I pray thee, instead of her. And Samson said concerning them, Now shall I be more blameless than the Philistines, though I do them a displeasure. And Samson went and caught 300 foxes, and took firebrands, and turned tail to tail, and put a firebrand in the midst between two tails.
He caught 300 foxes and set the tails on fire so he can burn the city.
And when he had set the brands on fire, he let them go into the standing corn of the Philistines, and burnt up both the stalks and also the standing corn with the vineyards and olives. Then the Philistines said, Who have done this? And they answered, Samson, the son-in-law of the Timnite, because he had taken his wife and given her to his companion. And the Philistines came up and burnt her and her father with fire. And Samson said unto them, Though ye have done this, yet will I be avenged of you, and after that I will cease. And he smote them hip and thigh with a great slaughter. And he went down and dwelt in the top of the rock Etham. Then the Philistines went up and pitched in Gerar, and spread themselves in Lehi. And the men of Judah said, Why are ye come up against us? And they answered, To bind Samson are we come up, to do to him as he have done to us. Then 3,000 men of Judah went to the top of the rock Etham, and said to Samson, Knowest thou not that the Philistines are rulers over us? What is this that thou hast done unto us? And he said unto them, As they did unto me, so have I done unto them. And they said unto him, We are come down to bind thee, that we may deliver thee into the hand of the Philistines. And Samson said unto them, Swear unto me that ye will not fall upon me yourselves. And they spake unto him, saying, No, but we will bind thee fast, and deliver thee into their hand. But surely we will not kill thee. And they bound him with two new cords, and brought him up from the rock. And when he came unto Lehi, the Philistines shouted against him, and the spirit
Watch what happened, y'all.
and the spirit of Yahweh
But
came,
the thing going again.
and when he came unto Lehi, the Philistines shouted against him, and the spirit of Yahweh came mightily upon him,
The spirit came up on Samson.
and the cords that were upon his arms became as flax that was burnt with fire, and his bands loosed from off his hands. And he found a new jawbone of an ass,
Now Samson found a new jawbone over there. Let's see what's gonna happen.
and put forth his hand and took it, and slew 1,000 men therewith.
Now he killed 1,000 men with a jawbone over there. There had to be Yahweh with him, cause ain't nobody finna kill no 1,000 men with no jawbone over there. That's Yahweh in play. Yahweh got something to do with it. So that's what I'm talking about. Read that again.
And he found a new jawbone of an ass, and put forth his hand and took it, and slew 1,000 men therewith.
So 1,000 men with that jawbone over there. That had to be Yahweh helping it. Okay, let's go to First Samuel. First Samuel, let's see, 16. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, what I want. Okay, go to First Samuel 17. Let's start at the first verse.
1 Samuel chapter 17, verse 1. Now the Philistines gathered together their armies to battle, and were gathered together at Shocho, which belonged to Judah, and pitched between Socho and Escah and Iphishdaimim. And Saul and the men of Israel were gathered together and pitched by the valley of Elah, and set the battle in array against the Philistines. And the Philistines stood on a mountain on the one side, and Israel stood on a mountain on the other side, and there was a valley between them. And there went out a champion out of the camp of the Philistines, named Goliath of Gath, whose height was six cubits and a span. And he had a helmet of brass upon his head, and he was armed with a coat of mail, and the weight of the coat was 5,000 shekels of brass.
Mm.
And he had greaves of brass upon his legs, and a target of brass between his shoulders. And the staff of his spear was like a weaver's beam, and his spear's head weighed 600 shekels of iron. And one bearing a shield went before him. And he stood and cried unto the armies of Israel, and said unto them, Why are ye come out to set your battle in array? Am not I a Philistine, and ye servants to Saul? Choose you a man for you, and let him come down to me. If he be able to fight with me and to kill me, then will we be your servants. But if I prevail against him and kill him, then shall ye be our servants and serve us.
Now this what look Goliath the Philistine talking about. He braggadocious right now.
And the Philistines said, I defy the armies of Israel this day. Give me a man that we may fight together. When Saul and all Israel heard those words of the Philistine, they were dismayed and greatly afraid.
They were scared to death. Can you imagine all the men back then were scared of Goliath? Now watch this.
Now David was the son of that Ephrathite of Bethlehem, Judah, whose name was Jesse, and he had 8 sons. And the man went among men for an old man in the days of Saul. And the 3 eldest sons of Jesse went and followed Saul to the battle. And the names of his 3 sons that went to the battle were Eliab the firstborn, and next unto him Abinadab, and the third Shammah. And David was the youngest. And the 3 eldest brothers followed Saul. But David went and returned from Saul to feed his father's sheep at Bethlehem. And the Philistine drew near morning and evening and presented himself 40 days. And Jesse said unto David his son, Take now for thy brother an ephah of this parched corn and these 10 loaves, and run to the camp to thy brethren, and carry these 10 cheeses unto the captain of their 1,000.
Yeah, you just go feed your brothers because they didn't have a clue that what was going to happen. Jesse told them to go get your brothers some food because they hungry. Read.
And look how thy brethren fare, and take their pledge. Now Saul and they and all the men of Israel were in the valley of Elah, fighting with the Philistines. And David rose up early in the morning and left the sheep with the keeper, and took and went as Jesse had commanded him. And he came to the trench as the host was going forth to the fight, and shouted for the battle. For Israel and the Philistines had put the battle in array, army against army. And David left his carriage in the hand of the keeper of the carriage, and ran into the army, and came and saluted his brethren. And as he talked with them, behold, there came up the champion, the Philistine of Gath, Goliath by name, out of the armies of the Philistines, and spake according to the same words. And David heard them. And all the men of Israel, when they saw the man, fled from him and were sore afraid.
Scared to death.
And the men of Israel said, Have ye seen this man that is come up? Surely to defy Israel is he come up. And it came, and it shall be that the man who killeth him, the king will enrich him with great riches, and will give him his daughter, and make his father's house free in Israel. And David spake to the men that stood by him, saying, What shall be done to the man that killeth this Philistine, and taketh away the reproach from Israel?
Now, King David asked him, what's going to do?
For who is this uncircumcised Philistine, that he should defy the armies of the living Elohim? And the people answered him after this manner, saying, So shall it be done to the man that killeth him. And Eliab his eldest brother heard when he spake unto the men, and Eliab's anger was kindled against David, and he said, Why camest thou down hither? And with whom hast thou left those few sheep in the wilderness?
What you doing down here, mad at him, man? Going back home.
I know thy pride and the naughtiness of thy heart, for thou art come down that thou mightest see the battle. And David said, What have I now done? Is there not a cause? And he turned from him toward another, and spake after the same manner. And the people answered him after the former manner. And when the words were heard which David spake, they rehearsed them before Saul. And he sent for him. And David said to Saul, Let no man's heart fail because of him. Thy servant will go and fight with the Philistine. And Saul said to David, Thou art not able to go against this Philistine to fight with him. for thou art but a youth, and he a man of war from his youth.
Now you see how they doubted and doubted David and all. You ain't nothing but a little boy. You ain't gonna be able to fight that giant man. Just another read.
And David said unto Saul, Thy servant kept his father's sheep, and there came a lion and a bear, and took a lamb out of the flock. And I went out after him, and smote him, and delivered it out of his mouth. And when he arose against me, I caught him by his beard, and smote him, and slew him.
Now you say he killed the lion and the bear.
Thy servant slew both the lion and the bear, and this uncircumcised Philistine shall be as one of them,
He gonna be just like one. I'm gonna kill him just like I did the bear and the lion.
seeing he have defied the armies of the living Elohim. David said, Moreover, Yahweh that delivered me out of the paw of the lion,
That's right. Yahweh delivered me out of the paw of the lion.
and out of the paw of the bear, he will deliver me out of the hand of this Philistine.
That's right. When you got Yahweh, you don't need nobody. Yahweh gonna deliver this Philistine just like he did with the lion and the bear.
And Saul said unto David, Go, and Yahweh be with thee. And Saul armed David with his armor, and he put a helmet of brass upon his head. Also he armed him with a coat of mail. And David girded his sword upon his armor, and he essayed to go, for he had not proved it. And David said unto Saul, I cannot go with these, for I have not proved them. And David put them off him.
That's right. David didn't want that mess on him. He didn't need that.
And he took his staff in his hand, and chose him 5 smooth stones out of the brook, and put them in a shepherd's bag which he had,
That's all he needed was 5 stones.
even in a scrip, and his sling was in his hand. And he drew near to the Philistine.
He went near to the Philistine. He ain't had nothing but a slingshot with 5 stones.
And the Philistine came on and drew near unto David, and the man that bare the shield went before him. And when the Philistine looked about and saw David, he disdained him, for he was but a youth and ruddy and of a fair countenance. And the Philistine said to David, Am I a dog that thou comest to me with staves? And the Philistine cursed David by his deities. And the Philistine said to David, Come to me, and I will give thy flesh unto the fowls of the air and to the beasts of the field. Then said David to the Philistine, Thou comest to me with a sword.
You coming to me with a sword.
And with a spear.
And with a spear.
And with a shield.
That's what you come with, Philistine. Goliath, he told him. Watch this.
But I come to thee in the name of Yahweh of hosts, the Elohim of the armies of Israel, whom thou hast defied.
That's corn, that boy David popping corn. You got a Uzi, a Mac 11, hand grenades, you got a bulletproof vest on, you got all this old stuff. But I come in the name of Yah. Read that one more time.
Then said David to the Philistine,
Then David told the Philistine,
Thou comest to me with a sword.
You got a Mac 11, you got a 357.
And with a spear.
You got a bulletproof vest on.
And with a shield.
That's right.
But I come to thee in the name of Yahweh of hosts.
But all I got is Yahweh,
the Elohim of the armies of Israel, whom thou hast defied. This day will Yahweh deliver thee into my hand.
I ain't gonna do it. Yahweh gonna deliver into my hand. See, I don't need nobody but Yahweh. David said, I ain't gonna do nothing. Yahweh gonna do it.
And I will and I will smite thee and take thy head from thee.
I'm gonna kill you, and I'm gonna chop your head off.
And I will give the carcasses of the host of the Philistines this day unto the fowls of the air.
I'm gonna give your body to the fowls of the air, but I'm gonna cut your head off and kill it with me.
And to the wild beasts of the earth, that all the earth may know that there is a Elohim in Israel.
That they gonna know once I chop your head off that Yahweh do exist, that we got the true and living God.
And all this assembly shall know that Yahweh saveth not with sword and spear.
Yahweh do it without a sword and a spear. Y'all gotta have a gun and some oozes, and Yahweh don't do it like that. Boy, the King David popping it. Read that one more time.
And all this assembly shall know that Yahweh saveth not with sword and spear.
Yahweh don't need no gun and no knife.
for the battle is Yahweh's,
The battle is already won. Yahweh already won before it started.
and he will give you into our hands. And it came to pass when the Philistine arose and came and drew near, and came and drew nigh to meet David, that David hasted and ran toward the army to meet the Philistine.
David ran to him. He wasn't scared. He ran to the man.
And David put his hand in his bag and took thence a stone and slang it and smote the Philistine in his forehead,
Hit him in the forehead with the stone.
that the stone sunk into his forehead.
He hit him so hard with that rock it went inside his head. It didn't just it bounced off. It went inside. It sunk in his head.
And he fell upon his face to the earth.
And then Goliath fell on his face to the earth.
So David prevailed over the Philistine with a sling and with a stone, and smote the Philistine and slew him. But there was no sword in the hand of David.
David didn't have no gun.
Therefore David ran and stood upon the Philistine and took his sword and drew it out of the sheath thereof.
He took the Philistines. What was Goliath? Took his own sword. What did he do with the sword?
And slew him and cut off his head therewith.
He chopped his head off.
And when the Philistines saw their champion was dead, they fled.
They scared to death now.
And the men of Israel and of Judah arose and shouted and pursued the Philistines until thou come to the valley and to the gates of Ekron. And the wounded of the Philistines fell down by the way to Shaaraim, even unto Gath and unto Ekron. And the children of Israel returned from chasing after the Philistines, and they spoiled their tents. And David took the head of the Philistine and brought it to Jerusalem, but he put his armor in his tent. And when Saul saw David go forth against the Philistine, he said unto Abner, the captain of the host, Abner, whose son is this youth? And Abner said, As thy soul liveth, O king, I cannot tell.
That's right. And my boy King David was a cold piece of work because he had Yahweh with him. When you got Yahweh with you, don't need nothing. Okay, let's go to let's go to 2 Samuel. Uh, 3:18. Second Samuel 3:18.
2 Samuel chapter 3, verse 18. Now then do it, for Yahweh has spoken of David, saying, By the hand of my servant David I will save my people Israel out of the hand of the Philistines and out of the hand of all their enemies.
That's right. Let's go to 5. 2 Samuel 5. 5 and 19.
2 Samuel chapter 5, verse 19. And David inquired of Yahweh, saying, Shall I go up to the Philistines?
See, David always got permission before he went to war. You're supposed to always get permission from Yahweh. Right? Watch this.
Wilt thou deliver them into my hand? And Yahweh said unto David, Go up, for I will doubtless deliver the Philistines into thy hand.
That's right. I'm going to deliver them to your hand because you asked me. That's right. Let's go to 18, 2 Samuel 18. First verse.
2 Samuel chapter 18, verse 1. And David numbered the people that were with him, and set captains of thousands and captains of hundreds over them. And David sent forth a third part of the people under the hand of Joab, and a third part under the hand of Abishai the son of Zeruiah, Joab's brother, and a third part under the hand of Ittai the Gittite. And the king said unto the people, I will surely go forth with you, but I will surely go forth with you myself also. But the people answered, Thou shalt not go forth. For if we flee away, they will not care for us, neither if half of us die will they care for us. But now thou art worth 10,000 of us. Therefore now it is better that thou secure us out of the city. And the king said unto them, What seemeth you best I will do. And the king stood by the gate of and the king stood by the gate side, and of all the people came out by hundreds and by thousands. And the king commanded Joab and Abishai and Ittai, saying, Deal gently for my sake with the young man, even with Absalom. And all the people heard when the king gave all the captains charge concerning Absalom.
Now he didn't want King David didn't want him to kill Absalom his son.
So the people went out into the field against Israel, and the battle was in the wood of Ephraim, where the people of Israel were slain before the servants of David.
No.
And there was there a great slaughter that day of 20,000 men. For the battle was there scattered over the face of all the country, and the wood devoured more people that day than the sword devoured.
See, the trees kill more people. The Almighty used the trees to kill. Read that again, because the trees do the killing.
For the battle was there scattered over the face of all the country, and the wood devoured more people that day than the sword devoured.
That's right. The trees kill more people than the sword.
And Absalom met the servants of David. And Absalom rode upon a mule, and the mule went under the thick boughs of a great oak, and his head caught hold of the oak, and he was taken up between the heaven and the earth.
And the Almighty used the tree branches to grab Absalom by the hair and lift him up. Read.
And the mule that was under him went away. And a certain man saw it and told Joab and said, Behold, I saw Absalom hanged in an oak. And Joab said unto the man that told him, And behold, thou sawest him, and why didst thou not smite him there to the ground? And I would have given thee 10 shekels of silver and a girdle. And the man said unto Joab, Though I should receive 1,000 shekels of silver in my hand, yet would I not put forth my hand against the king's son. For in our hearing the king charged thee and Abishai and Ittai, saying, Beware that none touch the young man Absalom.
That's right. He got a warning. Don't do it.
Otherwise I should have wrought falsehood against my own life. For there is no matter hid from the king, and thou thyself wouldst have set thyself against me. Then said Joab, I may not tarry thus with thee. And he took 3 darts in his hand and thrust them through the heart of Absalom while he was yet alive in the midst of the oak. And the 10 young men that bare Joab's armor compassed about and smote Absalom and slew him.
Okay, that's all I want. Let's go to Job. Job 1:1. Yeah, Job 1:1.
Job chapter 1 verse 1. There was a man in the land of Uz whose name was Joab. Whose name was Job, and that man was perfect and upright, and one that feared Elohim and eschewed evil. And there were born unto him 7 sons and 3 daughters. His substance also was 7,000 sheep and 3,000 camels and 500 yoke of oxen and 500 she asses and a very great household, so that this man was the greatest of all the men of the east. And his sons went and feasted in their houses, every one his day, and sent and called for their 3 sisters to eat and to drink with them. And it was so, when the days of their feasting were gone about, that Job sent and sanctified them, and rose up early in the morning, and offered burnt offerings according to the number of them all. For Joab said, It may be that my sons have sinned and cursed Elohim in their hearts. Thus did Job continually. Now there was a day when the sons of Elohim came to present themselves before Yahweh, and Satan came also among them. And Yahweh said unto Satan, Whence comest thou? Then Satan answered Yahweh and said, From going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it.
Now Yahweh talked to Satan. Now why come he didn't talk to nobody in the New Testament? He talked to Satan and nobody in the New Testament. Read.
And Yahweh said to Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and an upright man, one that feareth Elohim, and escheweth evil? Then Satan answered Yahweh and said, Do Job fear Elohim for naught? Hast not thou made a hedge about him, and about his house, and about all that he hath on every side? Thou hast blessed the work of his hands, and his substance is increased in the land. But put forth thy hand now, and touch all that he hath, and he will curse thee to thy face. And Yahweh said unto Satan, Behold, all that he hath is in thy power, only upon himself put not forth thy hand.
Don't touch him now. You can do anything but put your hands on my servant Job.
So Satan went forth from the presence of Yahweh. And there was a day when his sons and his daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house. And there came a messenger unto Job and said, The oxen were plowing, and the asses feeding beside them. And the Sabians fell upon them and took them away. Yea, they have slain the servants with the edge of the sword, and I only am escaped alone to tell thee. While he was yet speaking, there came also another and said, The fire of Elohim is fallen. The fire of Elohim is fallen from heaven and have burned up the sheep and the servants and consumed them, and I only am escaped alone to tell thee. While he was yet speaking, there came also a there came also another and said, The Chaldeans made out 3 bands and fell upon the camels and have carried them away, yea, and slain the servants with the edge of the sword, and I only am escaped alone to tell thee. While he was yet speaking, there came also another and said, Thy sons and thy daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house. And behold, there came a great wind from the wilderness and smote the 4 corners of the house, and it fell upon the young men, and they are dead. And they are dead, and I only am escaped alone to tell thee. Then Job arose and rent his mantle and shaved his head and fell down upon the ground and worshipped and said, Naked came I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither. Yahweh gave, and Yahweh have taken away. Blessed be the name of Yahweh. And all this Job sinned not, nor charged Elohim foolishly.
Okay, 2 and 1.
Job chapter 2, verse 1. Again, there was a day when the sons of Elohim came to present themselves before Yahweh, and Satan came also among them to present himself before Yahweh. And Yahweh said unto Satan, From whence comest thou? And Satan answered Yahweh and said, From going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. And Yahweh said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and an upright man, one that feareth Elohim, and escheweth evil? And still he holdeth fast his integrity, although thou movest me against him to destroy him without cause. And Satan answered Yahweh and said, Skin for skin, yea, all that a man hath will he give for his life. But put forth thy hand now and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse thee to thy face. And Yahweh said unto Satan, Behold, he is in thy hand, but save his life. So went Satan forth from the presence of Yahweh and smote Job with sore boils from the sole of his foot unto his crown. And he took him a potsherd to scrape himself therewith, and he sat down among the ashes. Then said his wife unto him, Dost thou still retain thy integrity? Curse Elohim and die.
That fool talking. That foolish woman.
But he said unto her, Thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh. What? Shall we receive good at the hand of Elohim, and shall we not receive evil? And all this did not Job sin with his lips.
Because Job knew that Yahweh is good and evil. That's right. He knew that. Okay, let's go to Psalm. Psalm 105. Yes, Psalm 105. Psalm 105, the 13th verse.
Psalms chapter 105, verse 13. When they went when they went when they went from one nation to another.
When they went from one nation to another, this thing going again. Like when Abraham went to one nation to another, and when Isaac went to, Jacob, when they went from one nation to a nation. Now watch this.
From one kingdom to another people.
When they went from one kingdom to another people,
he suffered no man to do them wrong.
Yahweh suffered no man to do Abraham and Isaac and Jacob wrong.
Yea, he reproved kings for their sakes, saying, touch not my anointed, and do my prophets no harm.
That's right. Told him, touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, go to Jeremiah. Yahweh say, touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. Because if you do, you're going to get your head knocked off. Just know that part. Okay, 28:1. Jeremiah 28:1.
Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 1. And it came to pass the same year, in the beginning of the reign of Zedekiah, king of Judah, in the 4th year, and in the 5th month, that Hananiah the son of Azur the prophet, which was of Gibeon, spake unto me in the house of Yahweh, in the presence of the priests and of the people, saying, thus speaketh Yahweh of hosts, the Elohim of Israel, saying, I have broken the yoke of the king of Babylon. Within 2 full years will I bring again into this place all the vessels of Yahweh's house that the king of Babylon took away from this place and carried them to Babylon. And I will bring again to this place Jeconiah the son of Jehoiakim, king of Judah, with all the captives of Judah that went into Babylon, saith Yahweh. For I will break the yoke of the king of Babylon. Then the prophet Jeremiah said unto the prophet Hananiah.
Now watch this. There's two prophets. You got prophet Jeremiah, you got prophet Hananiah. Now watch what happened.
In the presence of the priests and in the presence of all the people that stood in the house of Yahweh, even the prophet Jeremiah said, Amen. Yahweh, do so. Yahweh, perform thy words which thou hast prophesied, to bring again the vessels of Yahweh's house and all that is carried away captive from Babylon into this place. Nevertheless, hear thou now this word that I speak in thy ears and in the ears of all the people. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. The prophet which prophesied of peace, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that Yahweh have truly sent him.
Yeah, Yahweh gonna truly see. Yeah, let's see if Yahweh with Jeremiah or he with Hananiah. Read.
Then Hananiah the prophet took the yoke from off the prophet Jeremiah's neck and brake it. And Hananiah spake in the presence of all the people.
Now Hananiah speaking all the presence of people,
saying, thus saith Yahweh, even so will I break the yoke of the king of Babylon from the neck of all nations within the space of 2 full years.
Now he telling a lie, y'all.
And the prophet Jeremiah went his way. Then the word of Yahweh came unto Jeremiah the prophet, after that Hananiah the prophet had broken the yoke from off the neck of the prophet Jeremiah, saying, go and tell Hananiah, saying, thus saith Yahweh, thou hast broken the yokes of wood, but thou shalt make for them yokes of iron. For thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the Elohim of Israel, I have put a yoke of iron upon the neck of all these nations, that they may serve the king of Babylon.
That all these nations may serve the king of Babylon. That's what Yahweh said.
And they shall serve him. And I have given him the beasts of the field also. Then said the prophet Jeremiah to Hananiah the prophet, Hear now, Hananiah, Yahweh have not sent thee,
Yahweh ain't sent you, Hananiah.
but thou makest this people to trust in a lie.
You make the people to trust in a lie, like the preachers do and the deacons in the churches. Yahweh ain't sent none of them, but they make the people trust in a lie. And people do that. Read it again.
Then said the prophet Jeremiah to Hananiah the prophet, Hear now, Hananiah, Yahweh have not sent thee,
Yahweh ain't sent now preacher or deacon on earth.
but thou makest this people to trust in a lie.
And when they get in church, they make a people trust in a lie.
Therefore, thus saith Yahweh, Behold, I will cast thee from off the face of the earth. This year thou shalt die, because thou hast taught rebellion against Yahweh.
Because you have lied on the Most High, taught rebellion.
So Hananiah the prophet died the same year in the 7th month.
That's right. Died the same year in the 7th month. That's right. Okay, go to Daniel. Okay, Daniel, let's go to chapter 3. Daniel 3 and 1.
Daniel chapter 3, verse 1. The king of Babylon made an image of gold whose height was three score cubits, and the breadth thereof 6 cubits. He set it up in the plain of Dura in the province of Babylon. Then the king of Babylon sent to gather together the princes, the governors, and the captains, the judges, the treasurers, the counselors, the sheriffs, and all the rulers of the provinces to come to the dedication of the image which the king of Babylon had set up. Then the princes, the governors, and captains, the judges, the treasurers, the counselors, the sheriffs, and all the rulers of the provinces were gathered together unto the dedication of the image that the king of Babylon had set up, and they stood before the image that the king of Babylon had set up. Then a herald cried aloud, To you it is commanded, O people, nations, and languages, that at what time ye hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, dulcimer, and all kinds of music, ye fall down and worship the golden image that the king of Babylon has set up. And whoso falleth not down and worship it shall the same hour be cast into the midst of a burning fiery furnace. Therefore, at that time, when all the people heard the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and all kinds of music, and all the people, the nations, and the languages fell down and worshipped the golden image that the king of Babylon has set up.
All the fools, all the damn fools.
Wherefore at that time certain Chaldeans came near and accused the Jews. They spake and said to the king of Babylon, O king, live forever. Thou, O king, hast made a decree that every man that shall hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and dulcimer, and all kinds of music shall fall down and worship the golden image. And whoso falleth not down and worship it, that he should be cast into the midst of a burning fiery furnace. There are certain Jews whom thou hast set over the affairs of the province of Babylon, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. These men, O king, have not regarded thee. They serve not thy deities, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. Then the king of Babylon in his rage and fury commanded to bring Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. Then they brought these men before the king. The king of Babylon spake and said unto them, Is it true, O Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah? Do not ye serve my deities, nor worship the golden image which I have set up?
And I told you every nation on earth got a different God. Now he want Daniel and them to serve his God. Read.
Now if ye be ready, that at what time ye hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and dulcimer, and all kinds of music, ye fall down and worship the image which I have made, well. But if ye worship not, ye shall be cast the same hour into the midst of a burning fiery furnace. And who is that Elohim that shall deliver you out of my hands? Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah answered and said to the king, O king of Babylon, we are not careful to answer thee in this matter. If it be so, our Elohim whom we serve is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace and will deliver us out of thy hand, O king. But if not, be it known unto thee, O king, that we will not serve thy deities, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up.
It don't make no difference whether Yahweh save us or not. We still ain't gonna bow down to Christianity and all that.
Then was the king of Babylon full of fury, and the form of his visions was changed against Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. Therefore he spake and commanded that they should heat the furnace 17 times more than it was wont to be heated. And he commanded the most mighty men that were in his army to bind Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, and to cast them into the burning fiery furnace. Then these men were bound in their coats, their hosen, and their hats, and their other garments, and were cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Therefore, because the king's commandment was urgent and the furnace exceeding hot, the flame of the fire slew those men that took up Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah.
The fire was so hot till it killed Nebuchadnezzar's men. It didn't kill Shadrach and them, but it killed the men. Read.
And these three men, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, fell down bound into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Then the king of Babylon was astounded and rose up in haste and spake and said unto his counselors, Did not we cast three men bound into the midst of the fire? They answered and said unto the king, True, O king. He answered and said, Lo, I see four men loose, walking in the midst of the fire, and they have no hurt, and the form of the fourth is like the son of Elohim. Then the king of Babylon came near to the mouth of the burning fiery furnace, and spake and said, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, ye servants of the Most High Elohim, come forth and come hither. Then Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah came forth of the midst of the fire.
They came out the midst of the fire. It was so hot that it killed the other men. And then watch this. This means you don't need nobody but Yah. Read.
And the princes, governors, and captains, and the king's counselors, being gathered together, saw these men upon whose bodies the fire had no power.
The fire didn't have no power to burn them up.
Nor was a hair of their head singed, neither were their coats changed, nor the smell of fire had passed on them.
They didn't even have no smell of fire on them. Smoke. Read.
Then the king of Babylon spake and said, Blessed be the Elohim of Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah.
Then he changed his mind and bowed down to Yahweh,
who have sent his angel and delivered his servants that trusted in him, and have changed the king's word and yielded their bodies that they might not serve nor worship any deity except their own Elohim.
That man said that Daniel better not serve no other God but Yahweh. That's the only God you can serve. This man popping corn now.
Therefore I make a decree that every people, nation, and language which speak anything amiss against the Elohim of Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah shall be cut in pieces, and their houses shall be made a dunghill.
That's right. The opposite. I'm gonna kill everybody that got something against Yahweh. If you say anything about Yahweh bad, I'm gonna kill you.
Because there is no other Elohim that can deliver after this sort.
Because ain't no other God like Yahweh. That's right. Nebuchadnezzar said it out of his mouth. Ain't no other God like Yahweh.
Then the king promoted Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah in the province of Babylon.
That's right. Now go to Daniel 6. 6 and 1.
Daniel chapter 6, verse 1. It pleased Darius to set over the kingdom 120 princes, which should be over the whole kingdom, and over these three presidents, of whom Daniel was first, that the princes might give accounts unto them, and the king should have no damage. Then this Daniel was preferred above the presidents and princes, because an excellent spirit was in him, and the king thought to set him over the whole realm. Then the presidents and princes sought to find occasion against Daniel concerning the kingdom.
We're looking for an occasion against Daniel.
But they could find none occasion nor fault, for as much as he was faithful, neither was there any error or fault found in him.
That's right. Wasn't no lies and perpetrating fraud in him. The 1,000.
Then said these men, we shall not find any occasion against this Daniel, except we find it against him concerning the law of his Elohim. Then these presidents and princes assembled together to the king and said thus unto him, King Darius, live forever. And all the presidents of the kingdom, the governors and the princes, the counselors and the captains had consulted together to establish a royal statute to make a firm decree that whosoever shall ask the petition of any Elohim or man for 30 days, save of thee, O king, he shall be cast into the den of lions. Now, O king, establish the decree and sign the writing that it may not be changed
And it might not be changed, Rick.
according to the law of the Medes and Persians, which alter it not. Wherefore King Darius signed the writing and the decree. Now, when Daniel knew that the writing was signed, he went into his house, and his windows being opened in his chamber toward Jerusalem, he kneeled upon his knees 3 times a day and prayed and gave thanks before his Elohim, as he did aforetime. Then these men assembled and found Daniel praying and making supplication before his Elohim. Then they came near and spake before the king concerning the king's decree. Hast thou not signed a decree that every man that shall ask the petition of any Elohim or man within 30 days, save of thee, O king, shall be cast into the den of lions? The king answered and said, the thing is true, according to the law of the Medes and Persians, which altereth not. Then answered they and said before the king, that Daniel, which is of the children of the captivity of Judah, regarded not thee, O king,
He ain't studying you.
nor the decree that thou hast signed, but make it his petition 3 times a day. Then the king, when he heard these words, was sore displeased with himself, and set his heart on Daniel to deliver him. And he labored till the going down of the sun to deliver him. Then these men assembled unto the king and said unto the king, know, O king, that the law of the Medes and Persians is that no decree nor statute which the king established it may be changed. Then the king commanded, and they brought Daniel and cast him into the den of lions.
He threw Daniel into the den, but he tried to save him, but he couldn't.
Now the king spake and said to Daniel, Thy Elohim whom thou servest continually, he will deliver thee.
That's right, because he knew.
And a stone was brought and laid upon the mouth of the den, and the king sealed it with his own signet and with the signet of his masters, that the purpose might not be changed concerning Daniel. Then the king then the king went to his palace and passed the night fasting. Neither were instruments of music brought before him, and his sleep went from him.
He couldn't sleep.
Then the king arose very early in the morning and went and haste unto the den of lions. And when he came to the den, he cried with a lamentable voice unto Daniel. And the king spake and said to Daniel, O Daniel, servant of the living Elohim, is thy Elohim, whom thou servest continually, able to deliver thee from the lions?
He knew that Yahweh could deliver him from them lions. The king now, to do it again.
Then said Daniel unto the king, O king, live forever. My Elohim have sent his angel and have shut the lions' mouths.
That's right. Daniel said, the Yahweh sent an angel to close their mouth, just like he sent an angel with Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego.
That they have not hurt me. For as much as before him instancy was found in me, and also before thee, O king, have I done no hurt. Then was the king exceedingly glad for him, and commanded that they should take Daniel up out of the den. So Daniel was taken up out of the den, and no manner of hurt was found upon him, because he believed in his Elohim.
Because you believe and worship Yahweh. That means you don't need nobody but Yah. He stopped the lion from eating Daniel up, and he stopped the fire from burning them other brothers up. Read.
And the king commanded, and they brought those men which had accused Daniel, and they cast them into the den of lions.
The men that lied on Daniel and bear false witness on Daniel, the king threw them in the lion's den. Let's see what's going to happen to these guys.
Them, their children, and their wives.
Their children, their wives, everybody.
And the lions had the mastery of them, and break all their bones in pieces, or ever they came at the bottom of the den.
Before they can even hit the bottom of the den, them lions was eating them up, breaking their bones, the kid, the wife, and everybody.
Then King Darius wrote unto all people, nations, and languages that dwell in all the earth, peace be multiplied to you.
Now let's see what the Darius going to write.
I make a decree that in every dominion of my kingdom men tremble and fear before Elohim of Daniel, before the Elohim of Daniel. For he is the living Elohim and steadfast forever, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed, and his dominion shall be even unto the end. He delivereth and rescueth, and he worketh signs and wonders in heaven and in earth.
Now this what Darius saying. He said Yahweh what delivered.
Who have delivered Daniel.
No, start over.
He delivereth and rescueth.
Yahweh deliver and he rescue.
And he worketh signs and
Yahweh
wonders.
worketh signs and wonders.
In heaven and in earth.
In heaven and on earth.
Who have delivered Daniel from the power of the lions.
Who have delivered Daniel from the power of the lion. That's mean I tell y'all you don't need nobody but Yahweh.
So this Daniel prospered in the reign of Darius and in the reign of Cyrus the Persian.
Okay, now I'm ready for comment and question. Now, do anybody have any comment and question? Can anybody answer my question? I say, tell me, what was it? Let me see what question was. Oh, protect. Yeah, do anybody know a protector better than Yahweh? Who can protect you better than Yahweh? That was my question when I first answered. Do anybody know a greater protector than Yahweh? Okay. Peace and blessing. Let me see what it says. Shabbat Shalom, Miss Rod One Love. Shabbat Shalom, my name is Peely. Peace and blessing. Okay. Yahweh protect me, everybody. I had a lot of close calls, but pulled out of them. Yep, he protected me too. Let me tell y'all an incident about my father in Chicago on the west side back in the 70s. I think it was 70s, 80s. This guy had pulled a gun on my father, and he pulled the trigger 2 or 3 times. The gun jammed. It wouldn't shoot him. And the most, because my father supposed to have been dead behind that, but the Almighty Yahweh made that gun click where it wouldn't shoot. And so I just wanted to let y'all know that I could tell y'all some stories about me, but I ain't finna talk about me today, but with the guns and stuff. But okay. Yahweh going to pay them back for what they tried to do to me. Absolutely. If you're keeping them laws and commandments, and statute and judgment, that's only if you're doing that now. He ain't gonna never pay them back if you ain't living according to this book. The only way Yahweh gonna protect you and help you and do what you want him to do is you gotta obey his voice. Keep my laws, my testimony, charges, statutes, and judgment. Like he told Abraham. That's the only reason Almighty gonna protect you. We got to obey his word and nobody else's word. All the power belongs to Yah, but brotherhood protecting your loved ones, if understood what I mean. Okay, what's up, Lena? Shabbat Shalom, Lena. Yeah. The Almighty is not going to protect you when you ain't right. Oh, okay, like Elmer Glue. I hear you, bro. Yeah, Elmer. You talking about that Elmer Glue. That's right. I stick close to y'all like Elmer's. Trust me. Okay, brother. You popping corn now. That's what I'm talking about. Shabbat Shalom, Isaac. Yep. Like Elmer's glue. Yep. I feel you on that, brother. Yeah. But a lot of people trust in man, trust in guns, trust in knives, and trust in numbers. More people. You know, I just proved beyond a shadow of a doubt. Samson killed 1,000 men with a jawbone of an ass. King David got delivered from the lions. Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego got delivered from the fire. Nobody had no gun, no none of that. And Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the Almighty delivered them from their enemy. So with that being said, our only protection is Yahweh. I mean, the evil system protests their brothers and sisters. Oh yeah, hold on. The evil system protects their. Oh yeah, but the Almighty got the last laugh. The Almighty got the last say so. You know, He let the wicked run the world. That's what run the world now. He said, "I get a hand into the wicked." He gave it to the wicked. Let's go to Job. Yahweh said, "I give it to the wicked." That's mean they running it, because I give it to them. They ain't running it because they getting it. I give it to them. Let's see. Okay, go to Job 9. Job 9 and the 24th verse. Yahweh get a hand to the wicked. Get the earth.
Job chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Yahweh said, I get a wicked the earth. They can run it for a season and a time, but when I get tired, I'm gonna do some killing. That's all.
He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
That's right. Yahweh give it to the wicked. So don't be upset and mad at the wicked, because the Most High give them the power. But they gonna rain out. The Almighty gonna stop them when He get on His watch and on His time. They ain't gonna rule forever. That's right. He ruled me the kingdom of man. Let me show you that. Go to Daniel. And you're absolutely right. Let me see. What is Daniel? Okay. Okay, go to Daniel chapter 4, verse 17. Let you know Lena's ought to know what he's talking about. Daniel 4 and 17.
Daniel chapter 4, verse 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men.
That the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of man.
And giveth it to whomsoever he will.
And Yahweh give the earth to whoever He wanted. He gave it to the Gentiles, the white folk. That's when Yahweh gave it to them.
And set up over it the basis of men.
And He put the lowest of the men in charge. That's right. That's right. Okay. Yes, that is they supreme. Right. Okay. Can we discuss Trump possibly being the last president real quick? You mentioned it. Yeah, but that's what I do. You feel like Trump gonna be the last? I don't really know, brother. I can't say. Do you feel? We don't really know. We just have to play it by ear and wait and see. See, I ain't gonna say nothing on here that I can't prove. Now, according to this book, Trump ain't in here, but I know Trump worked for the Most High. The Almighty got Trump working. He working. Before him being the last president, I can't speak on that because I don't know. If I tell you, yeah, I'll be lying. So I ain't gonna sit up here and lie on the Sabbath day. I would like to know, but if y'all know something that I don't know, teach me something. Teach me something, because I'm here to learn too. We have no biblical proof that Trump that's right. Yeah. But that's them a lot of rumors that I've been hearing that Trump is the last president. I've been hearing that, that he's trying to be a dictator and stuff like that. It's a possibility that he might not be. We don't know. We have to wait and see. But he got 2 more years, 3 more years.
I think about two maybe.
About 2 more years. Okay. Someone was. Let me see. Okay, someone was forecasting that Trump going to be the last president and Obama will come back in power as the one to rule. Oh, I can't see that happening. I doubt that about Obama, you know. But who's to say he might? Oh, it's all speculation. Right, right. That's all it is, brother. Yep, all speculation. Yep, yep. It's all speculation. Yeah. But you know what I'm waiting on, brother and sister? I'm waiting on somebody to stand up that's real powerful and white and tell them that we are the chosen people of Yah. I'm waiting on somebody to say that. I know they saying on in there, but I ain't talking about no small fry. I'm talking about a big fry. I'm waiting on somebody to get on CNN or get on the news tape and say the people, them the almighty Jews. We are the chosen people. That's right. Beware of the false teacher. I believe one day that's gonna happen. Somebody gonna stand up and tell the truth and let the world know that that man over in Israel is the fake Jew. He ain't the real one. We are the people. We are the real Jews, Hebrews, Israelites, whatever. Okay. Uh, that's right. There was a heathen politician in Israel saying that the biggest threat is black youth. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. Mm, mm, yeah. You see, everybody want to pretend like this Esau, this Edomite that's over in the land, this Jewish man is the real Jew. Everybody want to keep on capping and pretending like he the real Jew. No, we the real people. We the same people that was in Egypt. Okay, she didn't say we the real Israelite, but the way very interesting for that. Okay, yeah. Yeah, somebody, the Almighty he gonna put it on somebody hard, a Gentile, to say that. Somebody got to step up and let the people know in this world that them people that y'all brought from Africa is the chosen Hebrews. The wizard witchcraft y'all allows them to do. Yeah, 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 yeah. When he say created good and evil, he allow them to do it. That's right. But one thing about the evil, they got to come to an halt. It's gonna come to an end. Mhm. Yep, got to come to an end. Okay, yeah, the days of day, yeah. But I was just letting everybody know that our only protection is Yahweh. The real Israelite asked the black man, woman gonna have dominion over the whole earth. That's why we a threat. The time is almost up. That's right. That's right. But you can't stop what's meant to be. If the Most High is in control, it's gonna happen. Everybody gonna have to serve Yah or bow down. That's right. Either you're gonna serve our God or get killed. Dead. There ain't gonna be nothing. There ain't gonna be nothing else popping. You're gonna be serving Yahweh and us. That's right. You're gonna be serving Yahweh and His people. That's it, and that's all. Everybody else got to fall in line, and Yahweh gonna show them better than I can tell them. Or He gonna show you better than I can tell you. Yeah. Yep, time is almost up. All we got to do is to hold fast to the Old Testament. Just keep on living by the Old Testament and let Yahweh do Him, because He gonna do it. Some of y'all only are afraid of the enemy. A whole lot of them afraid. Some of them. Most of them it is Obama. And no, sir. How can he be an Israelite? His mama was white and his daddy is an African. He's from the tribe of Ham. See, he's a Hamite. Ham. He from Ham. He ain't from Shem. In order for you to be an Israelite, Hebrew Israelite, you have to be from Shem. See, Noah had 3 sons. It was Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Japheth are the Gentiles. The Japheth come from the Gentiles, the Europeans, and all that. Ham is the Africans, the Canaanites, the Perizzites, the Hivites, the Egyptians, the Levites. Oh man, Levites. Yeah, and the Shem is us. Hey, the Hebrew Israelites. Y'all is the only one is the one that's right. That's right. You're right. No, Obama's mama was white and his daddy was an African. And you get your genealogy from your father, not your mother. It don't matter what your mama was or what your daddy is. If your daddy a Chinese and your mama black, you a Chinese. If your daddy is a German and your mama black, you was a German. You don't get your DNA from your mama. You only get it from your daddy. Okay. No, sir. No, sir. Everybody on this earth, either you came from Japheth, Shem, or Ham. That's where it started. It don't start with no Adam. Adam long gone. All that generation of Adam, they don't even exist no more. It started with Noah and them 3 sons was on that ark. You came from one of them. Yeah. Let me let y'all know. Let's go to Genesis chapter 10. Let me show y'all right quick. Genesis chapter 10, where you get your genealogy from. Okay, start at 10 and 1.
Excuse me. Genesis chapter 10, verse 1. Now these are the generations of the sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And unto them were sons born after the flood. The sons of Japheth, Gomer, and Magog, and Madai.
See, them Russians and Germans and French and France. See, the Japheth, see them German, Russian, France, England. Read.
And Javan, and Tubal, and Meshach, and Tyrus. The sons of Gomer, Ashkenaz, and Riphath, and Togarmah. The sons of Javan, Elisha, and Tarshish, Kittim, and Dudan.
Kittim is Italy. I used to know all them, but I didn't forget them. But I know they Gentile nation. Read, watch this.
And Dudanim. By these were the isles of the Gentiles divided in their lands, every one after his tongue, after their families and their nations.
That's right. They spoke their own language. Now, Ham. This where Obama come from. Read where Obama at.
And the sons of Ham, Cush, and Mizraim, and Put, and Canaan. And the sons of Cush, Seba, and Havilah, and Sapta, and Ramah, and Sapticha. And the sons of Ramah, Seba, and Dedan. And Cush begat Nimrod.
Okay, that's all I need. Yeah. So you get your genealogy from your father and not your mother. Your mother just an incubator. We carry the seed. We shoot the seed up in the woman, and the woman the baby forms in her. So You come from a man, not a woman. The woman just bear the child and have it. But when all seeds come from a man. Okay, for my own study, the whole earth was populated by Nappy. That's right. For red and black. For white Europeans was and what came later. That's right. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Everything was black in the beginning. Everybody in the Old Testament was black. Everybody in this Old Testament was black folks. King Solomon, Moses, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, the 12 tribes of Israel, everything was black. Okay, the Egyptians were black. Yeah, they were black. But yeah, the Egyptians were black. Babylonians were black. That's right. Everything was black. Yeah, everything was black. Now, how did it become white? Yahweh cursed the white and turned them white. See, it's what leprosy. That's right. Numbers 1 and 18. Read that for Lena Zaka. See, the Almighty will curse you and turn you white. That's a curse. He'll curse you and turn you white. Now read Numbers 1 and 18.
Numbers chapter 1, verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, by their polls.
That's talking about war. Yeah, you have to be, you consider 20 years old, you can go to war. See, in America, it's 21 years old. They say you're 21 years old, you're grown. No, you're grown at 20 years old. Our books say 20 years old, you're grown. Not 21, 20. That's when you can go to the military and fight and do and things like that at 20 years old, not 21. Yeah. No, anybody else having a question or comment about the lesson? If anybody could tell me that they know something or somebody that can protect them better than Yahweh, I'd like to know that. Tell me who could take you better than Yahweh. I don't like how the wife washed. Oh yeah, they don't like how they whitewash everything. All the biblical movies. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, look where you at. You in Hollywood is white. United States white. If you did it in Africa, it'd be black over there. You got to accept what they do. So, but as long as you know the truth and ain't been bamboozled, hoodwinked, and tricked, you all right. As long as you know the people of the Bible black, Yahweh is black, and some people as have crossed as. Oh man, they show enough retarded. You think a cross can protect you? If you think a cross can protect you, you retarded. You retarded for real. You ain't got good sense. If you think anything on this earth that can protect you better than Yahweh, then you a retarded fool. You're a retarded fool if you think you got something that can protect you better than Yahweh. Got to be crazy. Got to be crazy. When Yahweh coming to get you, I don't care how many people you got with you, how many guns or whatever, Almighty gonna get you. You can run, but you can't hide. So, oh man, yeah, I know that, but that can't protect you. Why does he because let me see, why he protect the wicked? Because even the wicked work for Yahweh. Let me find that. Let me show you that the wicked. I think it's in Proverbs. Let me try to find that where Yahweh say the wicked work for me too. Let me see. Let me see. Let me think now. He said, "Why do the wicked for the day of evil?" Let me see what that said. He said he have the wicked for the day of evil or something like that. Let me see. Let me find that name on the wicked for the day of evil. Let me see. Somebody help me find that. It says for the Yahweh even had the wicked for the day of evil. Might it's either Proverbs, Job, let me look in Job. Some telling me it's in Job. Let me see. Let's see what's in Job. Go to Proverbs 16 and 4. Let me see if that's it. Names out Proverbs 16 and 4. Let me see if that's it. Read that.
Proverbs chapter 16, verse 4. Yahweh hath made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil.
That's what I'm talking about. That's it. You hit the nail on the head, Linda's out there. That's right. That's right. So that's the reason why the wicked live so long. Read that one more time. Boy, praise the mighty y'all, Linda's out. You hit the nail on the head. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Read it one more time.
Yahweh hath made all things for himself.
Yahweh made all things for himself.
Yea, even the wicked for the day of evil.
Even the wicked for the day of evil. So he got work for the wicked. The wicked got a job to do, just like the righteous got a job to do. So that's your answer. Let me see what's that. My name is Pila. Yeah, so that's it right there. That's what I was talking about. Even Yahweh got the day of the evil. You know, they got something to do. That's right. He even got evil angels. The Yahweh got evil angels that he sent. That he'll send down. Yep. Let me show you what else he'll do. Go to Amos. Let me show you what else the Most High gonna do. You gotta give all the credit to Yahweh. The devil don't get no credit. He ain't doing nothing. Go to Amos chapter 3 and 6.
Amos chapter 3, verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city?
Yahweh said, shall a trumpet be blown in the city?
And the people not be afraid?
And the people ain't going to be scared to death?
Shall there be evil in a city?
Yahweh said, shall there be evil in the city? St. Louis, Chicago, New York.
And Yahweh have not done it.
And I didn't do it. So don't never say Yahweh didn't do it. Yahweh do it all. If it's evil in the city, Yahweh said, I done it. Whatever going on is it. Whatever's going on in the city, I done it. The devil ain't did nothing. Satan ain't did nothing. Lucifer ain't did nothing. Yahweh said, I done it. When there's evil around, I done it. And let me let you know he done it. Go to Isaiah 45. This how you know he done it. This how you know Yahweh done it. How you know he done it? I'm going to show you he done it. I'm going to show you why I know he done it. Read Isaiah 45 and 5. This is the reason why I can say he done it. 45 and 5.
Isaiah chapter 45, verse 5. I'm Yahweh.
I'm Yahweh. My name ain't nothing else. Whatever they want to call. My name ain't Jehovah, a Lord, a God. That ain't my name. My name is Yahweh. Read.
And there is none else.
Ain't nobody else. Ain't no Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Ain't no New Testament. Ain't no other book.
There is no Elohim beside me.
I ain't got no father and mother like everybody else. Ain't nobody beside me.
I girded thee, though thou hast not known me.
I surrounded everybody. You still don't know who I am. Read.
That they may know from the rising of the sun.
That when you see that sunrise, you gonna know.
And from the west, that there is none beside me.
That you gonna know ain't nobody with me, beside me. I ain't got no helper.
I am Yahweh.
I'm Yahweh.
And there's none else.
And ain't nobody else. So what you calling up on somebody else for? Because you a damn fool? Read.
I form the light
Yahweh said, I form the light,
and create darkness.
and at 12 o'clock at night, I make it dark.
I make peace
I make peace.
and create evil.
Now, I'm the one that created all the evil. Read.
I, Yahweh, do all these things.
Yahweh said, I do it all. Now, that kills everybody. Yahweh said, I do it all. If it's evil in the city, I do it. I'm doing it. Now, that's when I can say Yahweh do it. The devil ain't did nothing. Satan ain't did nothing. The Lucifer ain't did nothing. Yahweh do it all. Look up the word all. If you don't know what all mean, look it up. When Yahweh say he do it all, look up the word all. Because they might think he talking about sometimes, most of the time, few times, or every now and then. All times. That's right. The kingdom is yours. Heaven and earth is his. How can somebody else run something? Yahweh said, I created the heaven and the earth. If you're on earth, I created my earth. Yeah.
All, the whole thing or the whole amount of.
The whole thing, the whole amount of.
Everyone.
Everyone.
Everything.
Everything.
Every part or bit.
Every part of it, every bit, every part.
All together.
All together. That's right. That's what all means. So I don't need nobody talking about, I don't know what Yahweh say he created all. He do it all. That means ain't nobody else did nothing. If Yahweh do it all, ain't nobody else did nothing. Okay, Lena's up to say go to Jeremiah 12, 1 through 2. Jeremiah 12.
Jeremiah chapter 12, verse 1.
No, verse 12 in one verse. Jeremiah, he said Jeremiah chapter 12, verse 1 and 2.
Jeremiah chapter 12, verse 1. Righteous art thou, O Yahweh, when I plead with thee. Yet let me talk with thee of thy judgments. Wherefore doeth the way of the wicked prosper? Wherefore are all they happy that deal very treacherously? Thou hast planted them, yea, they have taken root. They grow, yea, they bring forth fruit. Thou art near in their mouth and far from their reins.
Yes, popping corn. Y'all may say, I planted the wicked. And when they grow and have kids, their kids be just like them. Because the apple don't fall too far from the tree. Your mama and daddy rotten, you going to be rotten. Your daddy and mama righteous, you going to be righteous. 9 times out of 10. Yeah, that was corn. That leans up. Yeah, that's corn there, brother. Pray the mighty Yah. Yeah. I want somebody to tell me who was a greater protector than Yah. That's what I want to talk about. Who y'all know you can have 100 guns, 5 bulletproof vests, Almighty still gonna get you. 200 men to surround you at all times, everything. Listen, when King Saul was seeking David's life. He was trying to kill David. The Almighty put all the men to sleep. And David tipped up on him and cut his cloth to let him know I was there. Okay, it's all a test. Y'all set these generations over us because of our definite and foolishness. Right, but our disobedience. Yeah, because our disobedience. Yeah. Some of y'all only are afraid of people. Yeah. We in this situation in predicament because of our disobedience. Yeah. If everybody read Deuteronomy chapter Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68, and you'll see why. That's us. That's going to prove that we are the children of Israel, that we are the Hebrew people, the Jews. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1 through 68. And that's going to prove that we are the people. And that's the reason why we in America, because our disobedience. We wanted to do like everybody else. We the most monkey see, monkey doing people in the world. Every time our people see somebody do something, they want to do. Oh, they bringing a tree in the house. They want to bring a tree in the house. They want to put lights on it and do. Always following somebody else. We love to follow. We the following people in the world. That's when they all got religion. I'm a Baptist. You got that from the white folk. I'm a Methodist. You got that from the white folk. I'm a Christian. You got that from the white folk. I'm a whatever. You always following somebody. Instead of reading this Bible and finding out what Yahweh wants you to do, you're gonna listen to what a man said. Always following. That's why you get in trouble so much. You ask a black person, what's your religion? What you believe in? Oh, I'm a Jehovah's Witness. I'm a Catholic. I'm a Baptist. You a damn fool. That's what you is. Okay, the Rotary Cross. Okay, it is easy to go with the flow. It's harder to go against the grain. We gonna go against the grain anyway for you. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, everything that we do, Yahweh hate, and they doing it for somebody else doing it. Yeah, ain't doing nothing that Yahweh wants you to do. Nothing. But you want to be blessed. You want somebody to pray for you. You want all this good. You want all the good that come with the evil. I mean, people want all the good when they perceiving evil, when they doing evil thing. Everything that the Most High hate, you do, but you want to be blessed. Do the even have wrong to protect them? Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. Everybody on this earth know their nationality and know their roots and where they come from and who they are. We the only people don't know it. You ask a black person what it, I'm an Afro American. I'm from Africa. That's all they gonna tell you. Ain't no such thing as no Afro American food. That was made up by the white folks. We tribal. We come from a tribe. When a black person, you supposed to say I'm from the tribe or so. You supposed to know your descendants, your tribe or tribe you come from. We tribe people. We come from a tribe. See, when you ask any other nation what they're, I'm a Chinese American. I'm an Ethiopian American. I'm a German American. I'm a Russian American. Ask us, we are Afro American. Shit. Afro. They call you that because you had long hair in the 60s and 70s. Your hair was way out here, so they named you Afro. You got your name from your hair. Afro American. How retarded is that? Everybody know where they come from but us, their nationality. And then another thing, we the only people on earth that had our name changed. The Germans still got their name. The Russians still got their name. The Africans in Ethiopia still got their name. We the only people in the world got somebody else's name. We wearing somebody else's name. Only people. Name me somebody else the name was changed. I'll send you $100 if you can show me anywhere in the world that they changed their name. Everyone who serve Almighty. That's right. Praise the mighty Yah. Let me go to Psalms 83. Let me show you that our name was changed. Psalms 83. Is it the first verse? Or either, yeah, just start the first verse. Psalms 83 and 1.
Psalms chapter 83, verse 1. Keep not thou silence, O Elohim. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Elohim. For, lo, thy enemies make a tumult.
The enemies make a tumult. Watch what the enemies do.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
And they that hate you lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
They have taken crafty counsel against the Israelite people.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
And consulted against the hidden one. They playing. There's a nation of people playing this, y'all.
They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
Come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
That their name be no more in remembrance. There it is right there. And it's going to tell you all the nations that have something to do with it.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
All of them think alike.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against the Israelites.
The tabernacles of Edom. And
Edom, that's Esau, the Jewish man.
And the Ishmaelites.
Ishmael, the Muslims.
Of Moab. And the Hagarenes. Gabal and Ammon and Amalek. The Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Asher is also joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Selah.
Okay, that's all I need. That's the reason why we don't know our names. You think your name Johnson, Jones, Smith, all that come from the plantation owner. We named after the Gentiles, the white folk. That's our way. That's how the Chinese ain't named after them. The Chinese got their real name. The Germans got their real name. The Englishman got his real name. France everybody got their real name but us. Okay, what it say? It seems like our ops get off on chance of the name whatever they put us in captivity. Well, yeah, they gonna change the name. Just like when Daniel went to captivity, they changed his name to Belteshazzar. See, they changed Meshach, Shadrach. Every time you go into captivity, they're gonna change the name. They changed Joseph's number was Zephnath-Paneah. When he went down in Egypt, Joseph's name was Zephnath-Paneah. They're gonna change the name wherever you go. That's their custom. That's what they're gonna do. Anytime you go to somewhere else, they're gonna change your name. That's gonna help you forget all about your culture. All in this Bible, everywhere they went in captivity, they changed their name. And the same thing they did to us when we came to America. They changed our name. And read Deuteronomy 28, chapter 1 through 68, and you think I'm lying, you will see. The same thing they did to Daniel and Joseph and Meshach, Shadrach, they did to us. They're going to change your name. But black people so dumb and retarded today, they'll hold on to their name. My name is Tony. My name is Bob. My name is John. Them ain't your name, fool. Somebody else name you that. Now, do anybody else have any more comment or question? Because I'm going to get ready to close out. And I hope everybody got something out of the lesson and learned some. That all you need is Yahweh. That's it and that's all. And if you think or believe you need somebody else other than Yahweh, then you're a retarded damn fool. I'm going to leave you with that note. If you think you don't have to have Yahweh in this world, then you're a retarded fool. You don't need nobody in the New Testament. You You don't need nobody in the Quran. You don't need nobody in the book of Hadith. You don't need no book in the Apocrypha. You don't need nobody in them books. And then the brother, I was reading the Ezra's, and I found some errors in there. I found JC name in there twice, I think. And I was going to talk about the book, but there's some fire in that now. It's truth and lies in that now, but it's mainly fire. It's mainly the book truth. Yeah, here it is. I got it right here. But yeah, I was going through it reading it, and I ran across JC name twice in there. I said, "Oh, here come the game. Here come the okie doke." Yeah. So yeah, you got to know when it's lying and when it's telling the truth. hmm I forgot who wanted me to read it. I can't remember who it was, but yeah, I definitely was going through it and ran across that. But like I said, the book fire now. Don't get that twisted. Book got some fire in it. Do anybody else have any comment or question? Anybody else got something to say? Me? Oh, come on with it, Jewel Gladys. Come on with your question. That is the reason we are captivity. Ezekiel 39. Go to Ezekiel 39 and 23 and 24. Ezekiel. Come on with your question, Miss Jewel Gladys. Pray the mighty Yah, sister.
Ezekiel chapter 39, verse 23. And the heathen shall know that the house of Israel went into captivity for their iniquity.
That's right. They gonna know. They ain't gonna believe or think or guess. They gonna know.
Because they trespassed against me, therefore hid I my face from them and gave them into the hand of their enemies.
That's the reason why we in America. We hid. We turn our back on Yahweh. You public corn leaners are.
So fell they all by the sword. According to their uncleanness and according to their transgressions have I done unto them, and hid my face from them.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, get that off of there. Skip. Yeah, that was corn there, leaners out. Oh, okay. Jewel Glass say, teach. I asked you to read that book. Okay, you did. Cause I can't remember who asked me to read it yet. But as I was going through it, yeah, I seen some errors in there, but it was had more fire than errors though. Yeah, the book is cold though. I ain't gonna lie about that. Yeah, but you have to be careful when you see them when you see that JC character in there. They always trying to put him in the car. But I ain't read the whole thing though. I ain't read it at all. But I was just skimming through it. Yeah, so I'm gonna eventually read it all, and then I'm gonna give you my outprint on. Yeah. But that book is cold book now, Jewel Glad. I gotta give it to it. It's some fire in there, fire and facts. Yeah, it's cold. hmm Yeah, no apocrypha. Who wrote the apocrypha? You know now who wrote the apocrypha?
I don't know.
I gotta find out. Yeah, I'm gonna find out who wrote that apocrypha. Who wrote it? That's what I need to. Yeah, can anybody find out who wrote the apocrypha for me? I'm gonna try to find out who wrote the apocrypha book. I need to know the author who wrote it. So next week, y'all let me know who wrote the apocrypha, just in case I don't get time to find it. I want to borrow that book. Man, you stay way in Mexico, so how you gonna borrow a book from me? Man, cool. Hey man, let me see. Let me see. Now you have to get you one of these. Let me see. That's yeah, order you one of these. Let's see. Jewish. It was written by Jewish. Oh, no wonder. Okay then. Yeah. Yeah. That's really, yeah. Okay. I'm glad to know that. Thanks for that information, Gabriel. Yep. He said it was written by Jewish authors, meaning Gentiles wrote it. Okay. Well, that's where the contradiction come in at. Yeah. Thanks for that information, Gabriel. Yeah, yeah, because that's the only one I got. Hey, Lena's out the one of the brothers and sisters said they'll send you one. Cause that's the only one I got, and I can't let it ride though. I gotta keep him right here. See, you in the place I ain't never heard of. He wait. Hey, tell him what country that is, Lena's out there, cause I ain't never heard of Saint Lucy. Yeah, yep. The Jews. Hey, that's some good information. That who was that saying that? Yeah, in the Caribbean. That man way in the Caribbean. Woo-wee. Yeah, Lena's out the way in the Caribbean. Boy, you're a long way from the States, man. Oh, okay, okay, yeah, okay. Y'all gonna swap them phone numbers out then, yep. Lena, Julian, okay. Well, that's good to know y'all from the same area. I'm in Connecticut. Okay, in Connecticut, okay. Yeah, he in Connecticut now though. Okay. Well, I sure appreciate that information, Gabriel. That say the Jewish authors, huh? Mm. They say they got Amazon over there. Yeah. I did too. I thought Linus was from Africa. Yeah, that's what I thought too. Yeah. Oh yeah, Hebrew. Okay, yes sir. Yes sir. Yeah. Hey, you ain't got no. Hey, everybody hit that like and subscribe button too. I forgot to keep forgetting to say that. Hit that like and subscribe button, and y'all try to put where y'all from on the end. You know what city y'all from. I'm kind of interested where y'all from. The states, out the states, Texas, Arkansas, wherever you from. Yeah, start putting where you from up here so I can know where you from. Not, yeah. And if everybody hit that like button and subscribe button. Yeah. Appreciate that. Pray. I mean, y'all son five. Boom, boom. I ain't never heard of that. Oh, beautiful queen from Arkansas. Okay. Okay, beautiful queen one from Arkansas. And see, I can't Saint Lucy. I ain't never heard of that. But I guess that's in the Caribbean. I ain't never heard of Saint Lucy. Yeah. Where you from, Jay son? I mean, y'all son five. Put where you from on here. Where in Bum Bum? Okay, where? Oh, the only country named after a woman, huh? Yeah, from now on, y'all try to when I have, cause y'all put where y'all from up here and your name and stuff. I mean, whatever you call you on here. Yeah, so yeah. Well, brothers and sisters, I'm gonna get ready to close out, and I hope everybody learned something and got something out of the lesson. And I want to give all honor, glory, praise to Yahweh by saying hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Praise the mighty Yah. Oh yeah, y'all need. Well, put your phone number up there for him so we can give him your phone number. If you can put it up there, I wonder, can you put your phone number? Yeah. Can you put an email address up there?
Maybe, I don't know.
Lena's about to say he need to contact so he can get him one of them books. Yeah. So I ain't gonna hang up to you. Y'all gonna put your email address or whatever up there so y'all can go and contact one another before I close out. I'll just wait till next weekend and then do it. Yeah. Okay, catch them online. Okay. All right, brothers. All right. Shalom, shalom, brother and sister.